The recording's in progress, pals. Here we go. Sounds. Yes? Oh, my master music's done right down.
Yes.
There we go. My master music was done. Hello, everybody. It is, in fact, Growled.
Whoa.
Wow. Wow, everyone, it's Growled.
In my house?
I mean, yes. It's actually only been it's not even been a week since we last played.
No.
Because I want to try and get us back to opposing with our other games so that we don't end up having to play 2 games in a week and then having a week where we don't have game. So that is what is happening. I am working on it. It's going like this. It's happening. Let's go.
I thought I'd lost this.
You did not. So last session it is Arc 8, Horizons of the Bold. It is Ezra's Arc. Last session you guys fought the Jabberwock, which went pretty well. No one died. Very good. Frostlion cornered Ezra and was like, do you want to talk about some of that trauma? And Ezra was like, I'm fine. And Frostlion was like,
No, you're not.
no, you're not.
I'm the captain.
I'm the captain, and I get to decide that you're not fine. So that was fun. And then there was lots of birthdays. It was Neren and Luther's birthday, so a couple of notes were sent home. It was the end of the Festival of Phobi, so Cacula had a very nice event for everyone, where everybody got to have some nice food, and Cacula gave everybody wreaths with different flower meanings. It was very cute. Ezra sent a note home being like, hey Ruben, I hope things are good for your birthday, and he was drunk, which was great. Kitto was like, Galio! And then Galio turned up and Kitto was like, hey, how's Luther doing considering it's his birthday? And Galio was like, lol, I don't know! Because he broke his pact with me, so not my problem anymore, lol, bye! It was possibly the most non-awkward conversation the two of them have managed to have maybe ever. It's quite impressive. Well, at least since he died. Good. Yeah. Which is pretty impressive. Vibe time rolled. Most people have succeeded on most things. The only thing that has... so Kitto got his Cotan proficiency, Cacula got his violin proficiency, Zadas got disability aids, Ezra got his vehicle proficiency, Hathor got his lockpick proficiency. So Hathor's still got a roll to make on strength, Ezra's still got a roll to make on flute, Cacula's still got a roll to make on Cortan, and Kitto's still got a roll to make on insight, I believe, according to my notes. What are you looking for?
Charger.
Oh, it's him. Oh.
No, I know, it's plugged in. Other one. It's okay, keep going.
I've unplugged the other one, because otherwise my laptop will die.
I'm not plugging it in.
Okay. So yes, and then you fought the Gypsy Sphinx, who you tried to convince that you were really scary and big. Unfortunately, the Gypsy Sphinx was like, well, now this just means I must eat the wizard.
That's not even true, though. We just tried to be like, hey, maybe you don't kill us, and then we won't kill you. We can just, skip this whole palaver.
Yeah. But also
like,
you were like, we are really super powerful. Look at this very powerful and strong wizard boy that we have. And he was like, oh, you told me he was a wizard? Delicious. And so he bullied Hathor for most of the fight.
Very tasty.
But Hathor did okay. Didn't die. Did go down. Didn't die, though. So that's useful. And then you did, in the end, manage to convince him that it wasn't worth dying to you, and he vanished. So, starting this session, it is... Calendars, please. The 3rd of Morkan, which is equivalent to December. It is starting to get very cold. Admittedly, you guys are traveling south, so getting closer
Not
to the
as
equator.
cold as we expected.
No, you are preparing for icy, because you are used to, the cold of Utopia, which is pretty rough. But you don't quite get that. It is still chilly, and you are experiencing quite a nip, but you guys are used to like Scandinavian winters. You guys are used to very, very cold winters, and you're kind of looking at the vague UK winter at this point. Like it's 2 or 3 degrees, but you guys are used to like -17 at bad days. So you're like, oh, this isn't that bad. Though because the fact you guys are significantly above, you are, at a higher elevation, it is a little bit chillier than it would be on the ground as well. So it's getting colder. It's not unfeasible. You're just now wearing more layers and more prepared for that kind of thing. So we're going to start actually with everybody's rolls because there's only one for each to everybody to pick up. So we're going to start with the rolls if that's okay, pals. Great. Sammy's going for a wander. I just noticed him out the corner of my eye.
Bye.
Hey, buddy.
Okie day. Roll time. Let's start with Hathor. Let's have that strength score, Hathor.
Come on, be buff. Be strong. Strong and powerful.
It is a slightly lower DC considering it's the only thing you're still doing.
12.
That's enough. That's enough to do it.
Yeah.
Nice.
It is. You're starting to get to the point where you're like, is this even worth it? I'm not that much stronger. And then Torrans walks past you and like grips you on the shoulder, and you're like, oh, like 5 months ago that would have really hurt. Oh, I am stronger. That's exciting.
It happens suddenly all at once.
It feels like it does. It doesn't, but you recognize it suddenly all at once. So, yes, take your +1 to your strength.
Okay.
So you are now definitely the strongest member of this party.
Hilarious.
Which is hilarious.
Nice.
Hilarious.
Good stuff.
Yeah. So Hathor's a strong boy. Cacula. Actually, we'll come back to you, Cacula, because you have to chat with Frostline to get yours to work. We'll go to Ezra then.
Okay.
Can I have a flute proficiency, which I need a perform check from him, please?
Yes. I will roll now. Ten on dice plus performance 11.
Yeah, okay, that's enough to do it. You are getting down to the point where you're like, okay, I think I've got the basics down. And with this last one, Frostline definitely makes sure that you can produce a sound that is beautiful and consistent, and you have your breathing down, and you're very sure that at this point you do know in depth enough about the flute to be able to add the flute into a rapier without damaging either the weapon or the instrument. So you're very certain that you've managed to crack it, and Frostline is pretty proud of you. He is not surprised, because that would be. He doesn't appear to be surprised, but he does appear to be mildly amused that you have come so far.
Nice.
Hold on. Yeah. It's taken a little shorter than I expected, so that's all very well and good. Now, do you still want my rapier to pull it apart?
Well, I'll only be doing work on the handle, so the blade itself will stay just as sharp. I could sharpen it for you if you like.
Only a pointed weapon. You don't need to sharpen it.
True. Okay. I should take the rest of the day, maybe 2, 3 at a push.
Excellent. Thank you, Ezra. This has been fun.
It's been good. It's a nice little thing to show off when I get home.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I do need you to make me a tinkering tools check for that as well.
God, if I break this, I'm gonna cry.
Tinkering tools is pretty fucking high.
Yeah, plus 13. How's that?
Yeah.
28.
Yeah, it's fucking. You managed to create this beautiful way that it wraps into the handle, in a way that manages to not massively extend the weapon so it becomes unwieldy, but also does manage to make the weapon seem. So the rapier was a very bog standard rapier, and you have managed to elevate it into something that is actually beautiful.
Hey.
And I was very happy with it.
Ah, very nice.
Okay. Kitto, let's get that insight proficiency, my good sir.
Yes. I'll re-roll. I rolled when you first said roll, and it was a good roll. I'm gonna still roll it. Might be a regret. Oh, it was a regret. Fuck. Well, that's what I get for that's a 6, which is bigger than a 5.
Fine, it's fine. A 6 is fine. You make it.
I literally can't fail.
Yeah. So it takes. You're like, okay, I've got Frostline down to a T. I can learn, and then you're like, wait a second, Frostline is not every single person. Oh no. And you have a brief moment of going, oh dear, I can't. And then Cacula walks past you and is like, hello, and you're like, that's okay, because I can learn other people. And yes, you get your insight proficiency.
Nice.
Thank you.
Yep. Okay, let's finalize that one then with Cacula.
Woohoo!
So,
Also, can I just say some fantastic quotes from this section?
yeah?
I got a 6, which is bigger than a 5.
You're not wrong. Okay, so
Hello.
you know that you're really struggling with Kotan.
Mm-hmm.
You can understand Kotan when someone speaks it to you, but responding in turn is a lot harder than you expected.
Mm-hmm.
You can't work out how to accurately grammatically structure a sentence, and it's starting to worry you as you're starting to get closer to the end of your journey. Take it from there.
Yeah, I'm gonna basically like approach Frost Lion at like breakfast on one of the days, kind of as it's getting colder, and just say to him like, I know you're really busy, but I'm really struggling with Courtney's grammar.
It's just Kotan.
Okay, I can't do it. I just can't do it.
Okay.
I can understand what people are saying to me, but I can't respond in a way that makes any sense.
Okay.
Please help me. I don't know what I could do to return this favor in kind.
Cacula, you don't need to return.
Oh.
I have some free time on an evening. We can do a couple of hours practice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I just want to be able to not insult anyone.
I know. I know, Cacula. I truly do.
Right.
Okay. Will you then make me the intelligence roll with advantage? Please?
Okay. Come on. Let's be... No, I don't want to whisper. I want advantage. Let's be nice to me, roll 20. Let's be nice to me today. I think we're going to be nice to me today, aren't we? Yes, we are.
Yes, brilliant.
Hey.
Woo!
Like, Lion is like, you have to stop considering it like you would consider con.
Right.
Think of it. What other languages do you speak?
Oh, quite a few.
Exactly.
Sylvan.
And how many of
that
those...
was the end of the question.
No, that was the point. How many of those would you learn?
Most of them.
Stop thinking of it like it is similar to common. It is, in various ways, but that's not the point. You have to think of it like you're learning a completely different language, like Sylvan.
Right.
And that'll make the
Right.
grammar easier.
Okay. You know, it's actually not dissimilar to Sylvan.
No, it isn't.
I never thought about it like that.
Exactly.
You're really rather good at this. You know, if the captaining doesn't work out and we
I
go
should
down
go
in a
into
ball
teaching?
of fiery flame, yes, you should go into language tutoring. I don't imagine it'd be much use where we're going because they'll all speak probably a different dialect and will sound rather foolish. But
I am possibly inclined to think we'll sound a little idiotic, but
I'm quite used to that, and from one person who
Cacula.
speaks a little bit idiotically to another, you'll be fine. Get used to it.
fine. I'm sure we'll all be fine in the end.
We usually are.
We usually are.
I've just doomed us, haven't I?
Oh yes, that's fine.
Right.
Okay, so everybody gets their proficiency!
Woohoo!
Congratulations. I think we only dropped 1 in total, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Which was you lost survival. But everybody got everything else.
Huzzah.
Fouls for a very successful actual trip.
We did it.
Okay, now I have to make some decisions. Because all of you like this whole session is just there are 18 million events. You know what? We're gonna do a couple of events first, then we're gonna do a combat, then we're gonna do a couple more events. That's what we're gonna do. Let me check the events schedule I have written down. Stop laughing at me. So a few days after this is the founding, which is a bit of a weird time because the founding is a specifically utopian celebration, celebrating literally the founding of Utopia. It's mainly about food and think of it like a carnival. It's mainly like there are fireworks and there's big food stalls and the Stokes like comes alive for an evening. And there'll often be people in like big elaborate costumes or with lots of illusion magic and things like that. And it's meant to be a big event to celebrate the city itself.
AKA, we could have had a fairground to do today, but we decided to leave the city and now I can't play any mini games.
It's okay. There will be other people have holidays. I've written all of the holidays down. Don't worry. Yeah. So on the ship, that obviously doesn't quite work like that. But Cassandra is very insistent on still doing a big meal.
Mm-hmm.
She reckons she has enough to do one big last hurrah with your fresher stocks of meat, with at least your dried meats. And she's like, I can make a dried meat extravaganza and cheeses and it will be good. And
she's going to make a hell of a fucking charcuterie board.
Basically, she's going to make a really good charcuterie
Does she make
board.
a good berry pie?
She can make a good berry. If you offer, she will make a good berry pie.
Yeah, Cacula will just spend a day in the kitchens, like, just producing berries from his hand in, like, little bursts. He literally was like, bloop, bloop, bloop. This is quite soothing, actually.
Looks like a really weird chicken.
I love how you use all of your spells all the way up to 4th level, just continually casting good berry. Yeah, that's great. I love that for you. But she does manage to create this beautiful charcuterie board and a very functional pie that actually, you know what? Send the spell Goodberry to the chat for me and see whether or not I can give you any mechanical benefits for this fight.
Makes you feel really, really full.
Well, I assume we'll be eating it the following day, otherwise Cacula will have no spell slots from berries.
It's fine. You will not be fighting the kitchen. It restores 1 hit. Yeah, no, it doesn't give you. I thought it may have given you something like poison resistance or something like that I could have given you, but unfortunately it does not. So you just have a really nice pie.
Hey.
Yeah. And also at the end, Cacula will like cast different spells that look pretty to be like fireworks. Like he'll do.
No, he's okay.
You've got some plans.
Yeah. Well, when everybody sat at the table,
and when I mean everybody, I mean there is
the whole crew.
The table is on the deck.
We brought it out on the deck.
The table is on the deck. They've put out all of the boxes, and everybody is sat at this
Wild
table.
making a bar kind of energy.
Everybody is sat at this table. The only person who is not sat at this table currently is Opal, who is like stood slightly further back so that he has his tail wrapped around the ship's wheel, so the ship doesn't keel whilst you guys are doing this.
Hathor is going to angle to try and get a middle seat.
Okay, yeah, you can get a middle seat.
Hathor is going to try and angle to get a middle seat, and just before everybody digs in, we'll cast Seeming on everybody.
Okay.
And we'll go through and try and pick an elaborate themed costume.
Very nice.
With
That's
headdresses
so
and the vibes.
Yeah.
Nice.
For everybody.
The thematically people tend to dress as either the gods or occasionally like there's a couple of the constellations that have mythic heroes connected to them. Occasionally you'll see them. Younger children often dress up as food.
So Kitto's definitely dressed as a pasty, right? You definitely dressed Kitto as a pasty.
Okay.
I want to know what you do, at least for the party.
No, okay.
You can make me into a pasty, I won't be upset. That will be.
They should.
What Hathor will do is, for the party, Hathor will pick You know the 1920s movie that's got the costume in it with all the that's on Pinterest constantly. That's the headband with all the stars.
Yeah.
He will do that for Cacula.
Yeah, I assume that Cacula is dressed as the constellation Cacula.
Yeah.
Yeah. You would have reference for the constellation Cacula. Obviously, was a squire who died for his master, probably in a gay way.
Definitely in a gay
definitely
way.
in a gay way.
Absolutely.
You often he is often shown with this like Roman style linen cloth tabard.
I'm imagining lots of that saint who all of the gay artists used as an excuse to make like a little twink full of arrows.
That's him. Yeah.
I imagine that's often how Cacula
That's
is
often
depicted.
how Cacula is. Very, is it Sebastian?
Yeah,
Saint Sebastian. Very Saint Sebastian.
Yeah.
And also often wreathed in stars.
For the people who have deities who Hathor knows of, they will get their deity-themed costumes.
Fenrir is very excited about the fact that he now appears to have lots of short curly hair.
Yeah.
Which obviously he chases head, so he does not.
He's like
going
like that,
that's
and
fun.
his hands are going straight through it.
He just enjoys the aesthetic. It's quite fun. Karnatha gives you a very wide grin. Obviously she is the same, she worships the same deity as your mother. So you just kind of shrouded her in darkness and put
she's got a blanket.
She's got a cross stitched, almost tapestry style blanket, which is how you would represent the hallowed one.
For Frostlight, no, I know what I'm doing for Kitto.
What are you doing for Kitto?
Kitto is slightly Saruki.
Oh, Saruki boy!
He's got deer antler horns that kind of come up into a halo, but not quite.
Cool.
Nice.
He's actually done something kind of cool for Kitto. He hasn't decided Kitto is a pasty.
Aww.
That's very sweet.
Because he didn't want to make everybody else at the party look really cool.
And then Kitto a pasty.
Yeah, because you don't have to change it unlike
No.
Yeah.
I think Hathor would think that was too far.
Yeah. I'm imagining at some point some kind of joke about Hathor, and Hathor's like, I could have made you a pasty, but I didn't. Remember that. Oh yeah, everyone's favorite pasty.
Yep.
Ezra, I am not sure. I think I might make. No, that's insensitive.
Wait, what?
No, I was like, I might make Ezra look like he's a clockwork or. No, that's racist.
Don't! Be honest, they are people.
No, that's racist.
If you wish to make Damocles into a potato, that's okay. That's perfectly valid.
Damocles is a pasty.
Yes,
Damocles is a pasty.
Pasty
And
queens.
cheese looks like he's wearing a blueberry costume.
Aw.
He hates them. What do you do with the dragons?
The dragons.
Zadath and the Fey dragon.
Zadath is wearing a little teacup.
Zadath loves that. Zadath is astounded and blows hot steam the whole time.
He's got a little headband on that looks like a little bit
very
of steam.
Stop! It's
He's
already
very
too cute!
Yeah. And then the other dragon, the Fey dragon that doesn't like me.
It is not fun. It's not fun.
It's not fun.
They're just a little baby. They don't have
have
enough cognizance to hate anyone.
Yeah.
They look a little bit like a hydrangea bush.
Oh!
They've just gone boof.
Admittedly,
Flowers.
when they see themselves in the reflection, they get very excited and start chasing around town.
Oh.
I'm not sure what I want to do for Ezra. Any suggestions, Moons?
Oh, my
Excellent.
favorite.
I enjoy it. What did you say was the common place to dress up as?
It's common for deities for Heroes.
Yeah.
The other.
Deities, heroes. I think Hathor would go with a hero for Ezra. Somebody who's got something to do with technology.
You may be more inclined to the open book then, who's the deity of knowledge.
Yeah.
Again,
Ezra
just turns into a book.
Ezra's Tractatus.
No!
Again, that would be like long flowing robes, covered face, hand made of parchment.
I think I do like little squiggly, rather than go whole hog, do little squiggly lines
of like mechanics.
Words
that
and
sense.
mechanics.
That makes sense.
Oh, I like that.
Schematics.
Yeah.
He's got robes made of schematics.
Ezra's a giant blueprint.
Ezra's a blueprint.
I vibe with this. I'm very scared what you've made me a blueprint of.
If you try and read it, it's nonsense.
It's absolutely.
Okay.
Definitely a penis on there at some point.
Yeah.
What do you look like?
Hathor was here.
Hathor would dress himself up as.
Do you take suggestions from the table?
Yes, I'll take suggestions from the table.
God of all gods.
Phoenix. You are literally of fire. A firebird would make sense.
Sure. Okay.
When I was younger, I used to dress as a peppermint leaf.
I love so much, Cacula.
I don't really know if that's the kind of thing you're going for, but I just thought I'd throw it out there.
I think Hathor will do something like Keyleth's mantle style, but with bird feathers.
Bird feathers,
and he'll have funny little poof
very
of feathers
very good.
on the top of his head.
Peppermint feathers.
Frost Lion.
What are you doing with God?
Frost Lion gets something cool and suave and sexy because he's cool and suave and sexy.
He could be the eldest sister from the pirate constellation.
Yeah.
Because there's a pair of twins that are known as the traitors. Not Sky Pirates. As Sky Pirates, they're known as the sisters. And they're about giving each other the tale goes that Sky Piracy will always lead to wrack and ruin, and one sister will always betray the other. But the Sky Pirates are like, no, they were both murdered by the police.
And the eldest sister gave her life
for the younger sister.
Yep,
that's the line for that.
You look at their holy book and it just says ACAB.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually,
all constellations are banging.
I think Hathor would have asked suggestions from Atri maybe a day beforehand.
Okay.
Well, to be honest, I didn't tend to do it very much. I got distracted a lot. I eat a lot of the food. I didn't do the dressing up.
Atri gets to be a fire elemental.
Atri runs around. You're not actually a fire, Atri.
An almost shitty fire elemental. You know the plastic paper that looks like fire? Creepy paper.
Yeah, great.
Actually gets to be a fire elemental.
Excellent. Okay. It's a good evening. You have a good time, and it's very much a nice party vibe and kind of an energy. And it's it's a form of celebration that you guys, it makes you think of home, and it's a nice nostalgic moment, and a moment to be like, yeah, that was a cool thing that we did. Okay, that is that. At the end of December, it is Hathor's birthday.
Oh no.
What are we doing for Hathor's birthday?
I think. Oh, sorry, go on.
You're welcome to go on.
I was just going to say, Cacula would talk to Cassandra and try and recreate one of Rosanna's pies for him that she used to make a lot for them while they were living there. I don't know how feasible that is.
Or likes Irish stew.
Yeah. If that
So they've got pearl barley left.
Yeah, we can make that. We can know what? I can make it work.
Well, I've got these. If
Yes.
I could help.
Yes.
Herbs, spices, things.
Let's do it.
And that
Very
is
much enlists you.
this along with another little tiny patch of the ship. Whoop, which he gives to Hathor. This is Cacula's present to Hathor. It's the tasty dinner.
Nah.
Yeah. Kitto?
Potentially after that happens, Kitto will appear very ominously next to Cacula, just kind of staring at him, looking slightly panicked, and be like, Cacula,
Hello.
Hathor's birthday.
Yes.
What are you doing for it?
Oh, Cassandra and I are making him. Cassandra and I are making him.
He's not here.
Okay. Cassandra and I are making him. The stew he really likes that Rosanna always made. We're trying to make that. And I've made him this, and he shows the little thing that patch that he's made, like frost lions.
Ah, that's very thoughtful.
I said happy birthday to you for your birthday.
Yeah, and then punched you 22 times.
You
To be fair, he did just punch me for mine.
I was going to say that, yes. I imagine that is what he will expect. And maybe even appreciate. He has a lot of siblings that seem to like him varying amounts. I imagine he got punched a lot.
I do like him, though.
No, I know. It's like an affectionate punching.
Right.
I don't know anything about
Which ones
siblings.
don't
I
like
just
me?
kind of assume.
I think Cacula has interpreted this as not liking you, despite the fact that Kurt's just
He
like
doesn't
that
know
to
how
him.
siblings work.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
I might be kind of, homely for him. I mean, I imagine it's his birthday, the first birthday he's ever had away from his family, so, it's kind of nice to bring around to him a little bit.
Okay.
We'll
Punch him to remind him of family times. I've got it. And Kitto will just storm off.
I don't know if that would be my first. He's gone. Oh, Cacula.
Cassandra's just looking at you like, you
I
were an
don't-
only child, weren't you?
Yes,
All
very
right,
much
that's
so.
really, really quite obvious. So,
Kitto's going to try and sneak up on Hathor and then jump onto his shoulders and then get him in a head.
okay,
yeah.
Oh no.
roll me a stealth check.
Yeah,
Roll
you'll
me
For
a
a count of
Let's go.
for a count of how old are you?
How old are you?
Ooh, like 23? 23.
Well, that's how many seconds I'm going to be trying to count up to. Stealth check, yes.
Stealth check and then a perception check for Hathor, please.
Like my passive perception is 10.
Okay, you just got to be.
For fuck's sake, this is
It's
a
okay.
natural one. My dice do hate me.
What did you roll total?
No.
Huh?
What did you roll total with the natural one?
14.
Okay, because Hathor rolled a 2, so you're fucking fine.
Yeah.
Even with the natural one, you beat Hathor's passive.
You sneak up and it's going really well, and then you trip over and you're like, oh shit, I've missed it.
Hathor's still scribing away.
Hathor's not paying attention at all. Yeah, you're fine. Keep going.
Oh, Kitto's going for when he's stood up so I can actually jump on him.
Hathor is chewing the end of his bird feather quill, not caring.
Yeah. Stood staring out of the window like,
Kitto's like, oh, fuck, I had a plan. He's going to pick up something and try and throw it off the other side of the room, so Hathor will go investigate. He's an NPC.
with a 2 perception, sticking fucking shit and continues to stare out the window! Because he rolled a 2 on perception, he's just like, even when basically you are perceptive enough to be like, he didn't fucking hear me. He's an idiot.
Yeah. Kitto will give a big sigh, turn around, and go do it later.
It's not as fun.
Find a point where Hathor's on deck.
Yes,
Sure.
find a point where
Exactly.
Okay. Let's roll it again on deck. I'm also going to roll whoever else is on deck and see if they notice. And they won't do anything. I just want to see if anybody else is going to be like...
That's a 17. For those of you counting along at home, yes, I did roll another 4.
Okay, so everybody else sees, because everybody else on deck rolled high enough to beat your stealth check. You get a very wide grin from Frostlion and a thumbs up from Scroll in the crow's nest. Hathor is staring out into the distance.
Yes, I would like to jump on his back and grapple him and grab his little neck and ruffle up his little hair so it gets all knotty.
Yeah,
Excellent.
get attacked for your birthday.
Yeah,
Good
you're just
vibes.
kind of vibing, and then like suddenly you're probably
Hathor lets
almost
out-
doubled over.
Hathor lets out a very undignified yelp.
Frostlion loses it. Like in
He's
the
all like, "Happy birthday, dickhead!" and then like, goes into like mushing up your hair and starts counting to 23.
you get a
Hathor is like trying to pry your face
there's
off.
like clanging applause from above your head, and you can just see Scroll just slow clapping, like, yeah, this is the best game
Kitto,
I've
you're
had.
fucking cunt!
And then before he lets go, he gives you a big kiss on the top of your head.
Yeah.
Sip time.
See, and you think Cacula's advice was bad. What we've learned
So it's like, yeah, I nailed it. I
always
nailed it.
right. Thank you.
Ezra, what are you doing for Hathor?
Ezra's going to find Hathor and just be like, Hathor, hey, happy birthday for a start.
Hi, thank you. Happy. No.
I mean, you could save that one for further in the year. Listen, I had an idea. Actually, it's quite rare. So, you know, when you're all flaming and doing stuff,
Yeah.
right? What's your weapon again?
Spells?
Do you have anything other?
You have a dagger still.
I have a singular dagger.
+1 dagger!
I mean, you've been fighting with me for like a couple of months now. At this point, I think you should know I'm a wizard.
I know, but
I've been hanging out with you for 7 months.
You don't know I'm a wizard yet.
I know, I know. I just...
That was a joke.
Okay, well.
You still have a +1 dagger.
I have a +1 dagger, yeah.
Okay. The idea was I was gonna try and get the dagger, with your permission, get the handle to try and make some whistling noises. So when you're all flaming, you can make the whistle while you're fighting. It sounds cool, but I don't know how to do that with the wizard. I can't put holes in your hands to make it do that, so I can't.
Swinging anything around.
No, I can make some gloves over the next few days. That could do that, maybe.
Gloves are cool. Have you got a cover? Could you do a cover for my spell book?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Like the binding on it is falling apart because I keep being on fire while I'm holding it. Will
I'll
you
see
need
if-
it for Hathor's holding his spell book. Like, will you need it for measurements?
You hold on to it. I'll be right back. And yeah, I'll take some measurements and start trying to make
I
it
don't
out.
have to let go of it. I can keep it.
No, keep hold of it. I don't want to be responsible if it blows up in my hands.
Okay, thank you.
Can you roll me a Tinker's check, please, Ezra?
It's gonna blow up in your hands. It's just he doesn't want to let go of it.
18.
Yeah, it's a little hard to find materials at first, but you realise that there is some leather, basically, that you can use to cover
Mhm.
that book. And you're fairly certain that that'll be a little more fire resistant.
Yeah.
So, take the bind.
I'll try and do a little bit of a design in it with the leather working.
Yeah, you can do that. With an 8.
Little something like flames.
You can do a little flame design on it. The
There you
one difficulty you do have is prying it out of Hathor's hands to actually attach the binding.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
You have to very much convince him that you have to let go for me to attach the binding. You can stand next to me, Hathor, but you'll have to let go for me to attach the binding.
Hathor stands and watches you like a hawk the entire time.
Yeah.
Like, is it gonna be okay?
It's not surgery. It'll be fine. I handle I handle explosive stuff half the time. This will be fine. Right. Okay, that's done.
Yep.
To take the binding off, just these two little latches here. Don't tell Frostline. I kind of took some of that leather that was used for heat proofing the engine a little bit, but I'll replace it now. But overall, it's all good.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
I
I hope.
Recasting mending on it, but mending doesn't invent new material. It just sort of patches.
Well,
by using the stuff that's already there, and the cover was getting kind of thin, and I was getting really concerned.
Well, in that case, now that you've got this new one, if you try cast and mending once a day on it, then that should keep the leather nice and protected of the rest of it. That should be good for you.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Birthday present.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Yay.
You get you actually get a couple of things. Opal gives you a new quill. That he's like sharpened it myself because it works for you.
Thank you.
It's there are fair amounts of like seagull type birds that you see, and consistently Cassandra is attempting to kill them to use them as meat. And occasionally Opal will get involved in that kind of thing. So you get a quill from Opal. As a kind of like thanks.
Opal's like Cassandra's like, bird, kill it!
It's actually
Opal's like, I have eyes
actually your only
and
has
ears.
one eye. I have
I
Kip,
can still see, you know.
Kip actually does the shooting because Opal can't, but Opal does a lot of the stripping. Because he's better at survival.
It's not getting the bird's attention.
Striptease on the deck.
From a tabaxi.
From a tabaxi.
I'd pay for that.
I hate that a lot.
Get out of here, you cat boy fucker. Get out. Go away. Away.
I wasn't ready for that.
Frostlion is amused by Kitto tackling you, and you get a kind of a hug and a bit of a thanks for everything. I don't have anything to give you. I wish I did, but
Thank you. What's everything?
you know, being here, doing this, following us to the ends of the earth, saving our lives several times. Everything.
You're welcome. Like, that was a favor?
It is a good birthday.
Yeah.
When you message your mum, she's very consistently telling you happy birthday. She passes the stone over. When you message your mum, she tells you to message P and Kurt so that they can both say happy birthday. They do excitedly. P seems okay.
Yay.
He seems okay. And yeah, a couple of days after Hathor's birthday. In fact, the day after Hathor's birthday, the 31st of Morkan. You're all on ship deck as you usually are during the day. It's a pretty cold day. You're averaging a temperature of maybe -1, -2. It's not super comfortable above deck, but you're like, no, I'm gonna stay there and be not freezing to death. Can I have a perception check? Actually,
You can certainly.
yeah, you.
Ah!
Now you roll a good roll.
18!
That's a good roll.
Nice.
49.
My favourite thing that
Hathor.
roll is starting to do at the moment is like make you wait a bit for your roll to find out what it is.
Yeah.
Like, I'll never tell.
What was that, Kitto? 29.
29.
That's a small roll.
Oh
dear.
hello, what a normal roll.
What did you get as?
I did not roll. Sorry. What was that again? Sorry.
Perception.
Perception. That is 12.
Okay. So it is Kitto who sees this, and only Kitto, because it actually rolled quite high perception. Also, I've just realised that I've accidentally given this creature 11,000 charisma. It's charisma saving throw.
I'm gonna fuck that creature.
No,
This is
we're like,
charisma saving throw.
no, we have literally this is now the consequence, the like live action consequences of that card of the plunging the world into eternal sexiness.
Monster fuckers of the world, rally to our call. This beast has 1,000.
We all
saving
1,000 what, Moody? 1,000 what? 1,000 fuck points? Is that what it has? What does that mean?
It looks upon us and we all immediately have a stroke.
Too hot. Oh, baby.
Kitto, you're kind of keeping an eye out, and the thing you actually realise is that the colour gradient of the sky is changing. It's been like threatening snow for the last couple of days, and it's been quite grey, but now you notice there's this greenish tinge to it that you're like, that's not natural. Don't like that. Don't want it to be like that. And you realise that that area around you, you look out into the horizon, you realise that's not happening further out with a 29. You realise there's some kind of slow, almost moving haze, as though you're looking at a mirage. And then you keep looking and you realise that you think there might be something holding onto the underside of the ship. It's very quiet. It's very But
Sorry, I was gonna ask who's around me at this point.
on the deck currently is Frostlion at the helm, and the rest of the party. There is nobody in the crow's nest currently because it's switch over time.
Right. I mean, I'll approach whoever. I'll probably approach Frostlion. Be like, I think there's something under the ship.
Great. Love it when there's things under the fucking under the ship. That's fine. That's just okay. Do you know what's under the ship?
I described I described it as you said.
A large haze. It mechanically size large, physically large.
A big fucking haze thing. Look, just trust me, okay?
I do with my whole soul. Battle stations, let's move. Something's on us.
Oh dear.
And as he says that, whatever this creature is decides that being creepy haze is no longer useful to it, and it pushes back, and I need everybody to make me a dexterity saving throw as this thing shoves the ship.
Oh dear.
Love dex saving throws.
Very good merging into creepy music, Alex.
I haven't motioned to creepy music yet.
Oh. Well, never
I
mind
will
then.
now.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
There we go. I was actually looking for Frostlion's character sheet so that he can make a dex save. There we go. Fail.
Dex save.
Dex save,
I
please.
rolled my
Hathor.
dice because he's been nice to me.
Nice dice.
Nice.
11. That's also a fail. Frostline gets 6. So everybody.
Kitto's fine.
Kitto, you see this thing and you're like, brace. And everybody else goes tumbling. Everybody else hits the ground hard. Nobody takes any damage because you just basically fall prone. But you do fall prone. And you watch as whatever this creature is appears physically in front of you. I'm going to put you guys on the map.
I will catch the wheel. Like, doesn't matter for combat purposes, but seeing as everyone's on the floor, I will make sure we don't go like.
Yes, I will say with that save, you definitely can catch.
We don't
the wheel.
start keening. Keeling?
You don't start
Yes,
keeling.
that is. I am not trying to fly it. I am just trying to. Yes, not let it spin.
Map. My good pals, you are all prone aside from Kitto.
Uh-oh, spaghettios.
Excellent.
Oh no, I put on the GM layer rather than on the actual layer.
He cannot be harmed.
There you go, he's on the actual layer now, he can be harmed.
I'm going to put Hathor there. Hathor and Ezra decided that Hathor bullied Ezra into coming outside and getting some air.
Yeah. And you...
Owie, my back.
This is what happens when I come outside.
You're all prone as you watch this creature come flying up from the ship side. I don't know which side of the ship this is. Left-hand side of the ship. This huge emerald green dragon with this long, kind of shimmering haze of a form. And it looks at all of you and goes, far too close. And I want you to roll initiative.
Okay!
Because unfortunately you got a little too close to this Mirage Dragon and he ain't happy about it. Hey, nice initiative there, Hathor.
I was going to say, shall I re-roll it and add it to the initiative drop for you?
No, keep that natural 20. Let me
Darn.
add some
14.
14.
Hathor just has a snail, just because I want him to have one.
10-2.
electric boogaloo.
Dice.
Dice. Okay, let's see what Frostline gets. Frostline does not have a good initiative.
Why are there 2 Caculas on the initiative?
Oh, I did not mean for him to be there.
He deserves it. That one's for the angel on top of
It's
the tree.
because you're not on there.
Yes, I am.
No, I meant Hathor.
Oh.
I added Cacula twice and didn't add Hathor.
Hehe.
There you
Fuck
go.
you, Hathor.
On there, Hathor.
You're a Cacula now. Fuck you, Cacula's your Hathor.
Okay.
Didn't like that one.
You're like, Mirage Dragon. 11. I think it has a better dex than Frostline. Oh, yes, it does. So he will go above Frostline in the order. You had a 21, so you're definitely up first, Hathor. 14 for Ezra. 12 for Kitto. 10 for Cacula. And 11 for Mirage Dragon.
First, I should probably think about what I'm fucking doing.
You are up first. So, top of the order. It's gonna get a surprise round, but it can't surprise you, Kitto, basically, because you saw it.
Valid. And didn't fall over.
And you didn't fall over. The rest of you are fallen, though, so this creature does get a surprise round because you are all on the ground.
I fell on the ground. I don't need to stand up.
Okay,
That's
it
a
is
lie.
going to. Yeah. Okay. It's gonna use its frightful presence. So that's everybody because you're all within 120 feet of it.
Rude.
I would like you all to.
Does this affect? Is that including me or not? Yes.
Yes. Unfortunately,
Okay.
it can't attack you.
Oh, but I cannot be surprised.
but
I
you
see.
can be surprised. Yeah.
No problem.
So everybody needs to make me a whiz save, please.
Oh, I'm proficient in whiff save. In whiff saves.
Whiz saves.
I rolled well.
Hell yeah.
I rolled not quite enough.
Yeah, 14 for me.
20. Ezra?
We save.
Yeah.
15.
You all fail apart from Kitto.
Honestly, why are you all even here?
Yep.
Thanks.
Frostline.
Because you like us.
+2, I believe. Yep, with a +1 wisdom. So you are all frightened. which means that you have disadvantage on attacks whilst you can see the creature, and you cannot move towards the creature. It is then also going to go boomf, boomf, and it's going to take its attacks against Cacula.
Why? I'm not even shiny yet.
You're lying on the ground and it can try and bite you.
No, thank you!
Unfortunately, it doesn't accept that as an answer. It used its frightful presence.
I'm very polite, though.
Okay, that's not good, though. That's a 15 to hit?
No,
16 to hit.
No.
Okay, but the other one probably will hit with
It
a 20.
did pay attention to me.
A 21.
No, it didn't. Yes, that hits.
Okay, that's the claws, though, rather than the bite. That's not as bad. 6. You take 12 slashing.
Okay, that's not so
But that ends its surprise round and brings us to the top of the order with Hathor.
Okay.
Be a big boy.
Yeah. I think first thing first, I'm just gonna back the fuck up over here. And I know it's really boring, but I'm gonna cast Mage Armor on myself. I need those
Sensible.
himp points.
You need the himp points.
Yeah. So Mega Armored.
Mega armored.
There we go.
Okay, good.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom really quick.
Yeah, are you going to get up from prone also?
Oh, yes.
That's fine.
Thank you.
Ezra, you're up. You are also
Okay.
prone. As is that.
First thing, up, and I'm gonna use my I'm gonna get up. Damocles is gonna get up. That's half. I'm gonna tell Damocles to attack.
Yep.
So
It's within 5 foot because it got real close to Cacula to try and attack him.
and I'm gonna get there.
Mhm.
And let's go. So first attack.
Go for it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go swinging. First
Yeah.
attack. Yeet.
Nope.
No.
Absolutely not.
It's good to get a crit fail out of the way early.
Yes, that's what we're doing. Getting it out of the way.
Yes.
They are inevitable, you know.
Exactly. Second attack.
Mhm. That's gonna miss also.
Dang und blast.
Doing and the way the creature moves is unlike anything we've ever seen before, and there's a little bit of like a after effect, and you just swipe and you are not close enough to hit it, unfortunately.
No, my boy. Okay.
Yep. Also misses.
Down. Okay. I'll hold the line there.
Great.
That is me done.
Fantastic. Okay, that will bring us to Kitto.
Yeah, okay. So I'm also gonna get close. Sorry.
I was like, he has legendary actions, but I'm not going to be mean enough to use them yet, so go for it.
Okay, sorry. In which case, I will continue to go still. Oh, then I have to let go of the fucking wheel.
You do have
Can I use half my movement to help Frost line up and be like, this is your wheel, congratulations. Or all my movement, I can still dash.
I'll say you can use all your movement and dash with your bonus. I'll say you can use your bonus action to do it, yeah.
Or that works too. Okay, cool. I just don't want to like leave the ship. And then I'm gonna come.
Sorry, Ezra, you failed that saving throw, right?
Ah, bugger. Yeah.
You can't move. Get back.
Ah!
You can't even get close to this thing. You are afraid of this creature. It is huge, and those teeth are way more than you've ever seen.
Yep.
So you couldn't have done that.
Okay, that's fine. Can I try and attack it instead with something else?
Yeah, if you got something else.
Yes, you know what? I will give Kitto. Would you like the equivalent of crack cocaine?
I would love crack cocaine, please. Thank you,
Gotta go
Bestie.
fast.
It's up.
Yep, there you go. If I can't get close, you can. Go for it.
It's okay.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
Also, roll a saving throw at the end of your turn, please. Roll a wisdom save.
Yes.
You save. You are no longer frightened.
Nice. I'll roll one for No, Damocles works off me, doesn't he? Because he can't be charmed.
It's fine. Go for it.
Cool. That's fine. Okay.
Yes,
Thank
Kitto.
you for
Run
that.
out.
That's really helpful as well because I can necrotic shroud and attack. Thank you.
Yes,
You are
can.
very welcome.
Woo woo.
You can necrotic share
Can I
with
get?
hit Cacula, can't you?
I would never hit Cacula ever in my life.
For in your life, that's very fair. Okay.
Needs to hit Cacula. No.
I need you to do your wisdom.
Can I
Okay.
get?
Yes. It is not immune to being frightened. So yeah, charisma save.
That's nice. But it's Christmas so big, Alex. It's Christmas so big.
Fucking huge. That's way enough. That's like a 24.
That's fine. But I will then go and attack it. Thank you. So I'm having a momentary roll 20
That
problem. We'll be back. That's a 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
Will hit. That's excellent news. Thank you. Is it have any resistance to necrotic damage?
No, you are good. It is not resistant.
I appreciate the fact that you don't want to like hurt me mathematically.
It's just complicated your math, so I'm like, nah.
10, 27, 37, 44 damage.
That's a lot of damage. She did not like that at all.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
No.
You're welcome. And that's me. Thank you.
It is now the Mirage Dragon's turn. Okay. So let's have a look. See. 30-foot cone. Oh look, all of you in this nice 30-foot cone.
No, thank you.
Well, you're not in the nice 30-foot cone. Don't worry.
Yay!
It is, however, a nice 30-foot cone of Kitto, Frostlion, and Hathor. I need you to all make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Be good.
That was a fail for Frostlion.
So that one again. Isn't that 7, love? So 11.
That's still not gonna make it. Kitto?
16, which also won't.
No, it will. It's fine. This one has a slightly lower thing because it's much more bad for you.
Right.
With Savior?
No, you're fine. You're not near it.
Okay.
The cone. You're not in a cone. It's fine. You take 40 psychic damage, Hathor, and Frostlion. Kitto, you take half. You are charmed.
Can I halve it again or not?
Psychic.
Wait.
I'm not sure you can halve psychic again.
That's fine. No, that's absolutely fine.
How many did I take? Sorry.
40.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it doesn't really matter whether or not Frostlion's charmed because he's on 4 hit points. So, whilst charmed by the creature, you can repeat the healing for the end of each of your turns. It also oversees the frightened effect, so you are not frightened whilst you are charmed.
Mm-hmm.
You must use
We're
your
going through some.
You must action to dash away or attack the nearest ally. Okay?
My own nearest ally.
Your own nearest ally. Yes. But that is... yeah, he doesn't want to stand there. He's going to bonus action teleport. Because he has the ability to just decide to do that. And disappears and reappears over here. And that will end his turn and bring us to Frostlion, who is basically bleeding out. Who's going to stagger over and try and stab you with a rapier. Oh no, you count as charmed as well, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't do that, Ben, because you're technically an ally of his. He's going to stagger to Kitto, because Kitto is in range.
Can I shout and like wave my arms at him like, Frostlion! Frostlion! And like kind of gesture him over? It could not work.
It just says the nearest creature.
Okay.
So yes, you do.
So yes, you do, but you're not the nearest creature, so it doesn't matter. He doesn't choose the target. It's
I was
the
like,
nearest.
but then he'll be right here and I can just heal him on my turn. Ideal situation.
Yeah, he's gonna
work.
try and hit Kitto. Admittedly, I sincerely doubt it because he has a very low attack modifier.
Your AC is plus 2, Kitto, as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's your AC currently, Kitto?
19.
Yeah, no, he did not roll high enough for that. And just swipes at you, but is basically bleeding out, so is much more concerned about the bleeding out thing. But he does successfully roll an 18, so he's no longer charmed. That was useful.
Ew.
So he staggers over and just like, you can see, Kitto, as you turn to look, there is like this green haze, which is the same emerald green of the dragon's scales over Frostlion's usually blue eyes. And he just like swipes out at you, and you just are like, that's not how you use a rapier, buddy. Like, that's not a slashing weapon.
I know how those work.
You're like, that's not a slashing weapon.
Frostlion.
And then Frostlion blinks. Sorry. Ow, fuck. But that ends his turn, and we'll bring us
Frostlion's
to
like, I heard someone bitching about me.
Cacula.
Hello. I will come back from being charmed for that. Hello. I am going to take a styrofoam. No, that's my whole action, and he's dying. No, it's okay because that's okay.
Bonus action heal.
Bonus
I'm
action.
going to take Chalice,
Up you go.
and then I'm going to pull a classic Cacula combo,
Mhm.
a CC, if you will.
A CC.
I'm going to CC Frostlion
Mhm.
with a healing word
Mhm.
at a 4th level. And then
Nice.
is anyone else also looking extremely terrible, no good, very bad?
Hathor's not fantastic, but he's not
I'm
extremely
fine.
terrible, no good, very bad.
Okay, well, Frostlion can have this then.
Well, that puts him at not dying anymore, so that's very good.
Yay.
Yeah.
I think your problem might be Hathor. Is it a DC 14?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
I
not a
get to
high
save
save.
against being frightened.
Yes, you do. That is a much higher save.
Nice.
Whiz, right?
Yeah.
16?
No.
Glass.
Oh.
One.
Yeah. No.
Advice.
You don't. Yeah. The save for being charmed is only 14. The save for being frightened is much higher.
Good to know.
It's hard. But also once you've been you can be re-charmed, you can't be re-frightened. Once you've saved on the frightened, it ends. The effect ends. Also, if you happen to be charmed whilst frightened, and then you save from being charmed, the frightened effect does not come back.
Understood.
You are immune to that.
Yay.
That's the way dragons work. It's a very cool thing. The Mirage Dragon is going to take a legendary action at the end of your turn. He's going to swing his tail round and bonk Damocles out of the way, actually.
No!
Oh, you bastard.
Well, Damocles is only within 15 foot of him, so. 21?
Yep, that hits.
Damocles takes 18 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, my boy.
Slap tail smack into Damocles. That is his legendary. It will bring us to top of the round. And Hathor, you have to attack the nearest ally.
Do I have to get closer to the nearest ally?
It says attack. I am willing to say that.
How much of my own cognition do I have? Am I going to spellcast Ezra, or am I going to bonk him?
Well, you have the ability to run away from the dragon or attack. So I'm going to say you have enough cognition to not just go all out. You're not possessed by this creature, you're charmed.
Okay. For this turn, then I'll go 1, 2,
Yeah.
4. That's literally as far away from it as I can physically get.
Yep.
But I can't dash.
That would be you have to take the dash action.
I could take the dash action, but I can't dash anywhere.
That's fine.
Okay.
That is your turn.
Yeah.
Make me the wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay. I was gonna fucking 5th level fireball Ezra.
You don't need to. You have enough cognition not to just fucking murder it.
I thought I was just gonna do it.
You're just like, yay! Time to murder Ezra!
I love murder.
We're not talking Aboleth style.
Hate
You-
and murder.
You held my book for the last time, you bastard.
That's just enough to save. That is the
Nice.
DC, my love. So you run backwards and you're like, oh shit, no, fuck. I'm gonna say you like start to cast Fireball and then you,
At Ezra, and I'm
you're
like,
oops. You are also no longer frightened.
mhm.
Ezra, it is your turn. You, however, are still frightened.
I doubt Ezra would have noticed that since Damocles had just been yeeted.
At a really big dragon.
We should try Apocalypse. Oh, kill you all.
There are a lot of actors that can rescue.
Who did
Don't
this
worry.
to you?
It's really,
Why are you like
it's
this?
really fun.
Stop wanting to kill everyone all the time.
Go on, Moons.
Okay, so I cannot reach this boy from here. No,
You cannot move closer to him because you are frightened.
I saved that at the end of the
Did you?
at the end of the wisdom
Yes,
save.
you can. Yes. Sorry, I can't see. Go on. Yes.
It's okay. So I can move here, but I still can't reach him.
He's still at lol bitch.
Ah, bastard. Okay.
He's not standing next to you.
How unfair.
Doesn't need to hit you with his tail.
No, don't be smart. You're so sexy. Aha. No, don't be smart. You have 1,000 charisma.
Yeah. So, yes, you cannot get within 5 foot of this boy because he's not letting you. Moons?
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
I assume he's not just feeling very competitive.
Hmm.
Yeah. I mean, he's still part of the Zoom.
Yeah.
I don't know what is happening.
No, don't be
No,
gone.
he's gone.
Mhm.
He is so sexy. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
What do we do? Can I briefly pop to the bathroom, or do you want me to hang about?
Recording back on. Right.
Okay.
You're there.
Lightning lure.
Oh, good spell. Go for it.
Oh wait, I still have control of you as well, so if you'd like to move, just shout out.
Oh, you're the best, thank you. I will go to the edge of the ship and lightning lure. I want to try and drag this bit to me if he's going to be a bit down.
What, you'd like to go to the edge there?
And just try and drag it to me so I can block it down.
Okay, roll to attack.
It's a DC 18 strength save. That's why
Oh.
I think he's absolutely going to get it.
Strength save.
You never know.
Yeah, okay. He doesn't have proficiency in strength saves, admittedly.
Oh, okay.
He
I'm
just-
not gonna chance it with a charisma save because I know it's in the millions. So
yeah, he is not going to make that. However, he's quite happy over there, so he's going to use a legendary resistance to just not. He's fine, thanks.
okay. Does that mean he doesn't take damage?
Is it a cantrip?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Downsides of cantrips. They don't have a half damage function.
Yeah,
It's good
that's
for
fair.
getting rid of those legendary resistances, you know.
Getting rid of legendaries because you
Yeah.
only use a cantrip.
Mm-hmm.
True. Okay, in that case then that's me done.
Okay.
I can mute while I try and figure out what's wrong with the thing, but I can still hear everyone.
Okay. He's gonna take a legendary action to annoy Kitto. He's going to take his last 2 legendary actions to do a Phantom Harrier.
Literally to annoy him.
Literally to annoy Kitto. Yeah. So, you need to make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay. 12. You got me there. You got me there.
You are like, okay, ready to go. You're time to fuck this boy up. Cacula's next to you, you're gonna be fine. And then there are all of these like tiny beetle like pixies that just start appearing and laughing and attacking you, and you're like, fucking shit, fuck! You have disadvantage on all attack rolls and ability checks until the end of the dragon's
God
turn.
damn Jane Prentice getting on me.
Yes, into the end of your next turn. So, it is your turn, and you are annoyed by this bitch.
Okay. Well, I'm fairly useless, but I am going to come over here and I'm going to cast blindness on it, which I know it will probably succeed. And if it doesn't, I'm trying to get rid of the legendary resistance, basically, so people more useful when you can do things.
Excellent use. Blindness is a con save, yes?
Yes, it is.
24.
Will succeed.
Fucking high con save, I'm afraid.
No, that's absolutely fine. And then I think I'm just going to like bonus action get back to like a here, and just hold the attack in case he does happen to come nearby. Yeah. I think that's more useful than like crossbowing him, which
That's very fair.
Yeah.
It is his turn. Let's see about that.
Oh, do I get to repeat the save or not? How long does it last?
Oh, just to the end of your next turn. So.
Okay. So then it's gone.
So then it's gone now. Yeah. And then you realize it was an illusion. You're like, motherfucker. He does not gain his fun cone of magic back, which is sad.
We're all looking quite ready for it, aren't we? All lined up.
Yeah, you were all lined up, and I was like, hell yeah! And then I rolled a 3, and I was like, fine. Yes, you don't have that. So he's just gonna like fly over. He's gonna take a crunchy crunch out of Ezra. Delicious Ezra's.
No.
Bring it, bitch. Fight me.
25 to hit.
Shield.
Okay, bounces off your shield.
Bring it, bitch. Ah.
Slight side glance. Decides you're not worth it. Moves on. Goes for Cacula twice with the claws.
Attack opportunity?
No, he's gonna teleport and reappear next to Cacula. Downsides of a with a bonus action teleport ability. It's just gonna do that.
Yeah.
To not hit attacks of opportunity. 18 and a 23 to hit.
Both hit.
Cool. Okay. D6s, please. 16 on the first hit. And 12 on the second.
Okay.
That is going to end his turn, and he's going to stay there because he does not have any more bonus actions to not be there. That will bring us to Frostlion, who is like, fuck! Runs back up here, grabs the ship as it's starting to lilt ever so slightly. He grabs the wheel with one hand and goes, Hathor?
Yeah?
Fuck that guy up, not Ezra. Have bardic inspiration.
Oh, okay.
That ends.
It's like, you say it out loud!
Wait, what?
Yep. Cacula.
Hello.
This boy is right up in your grill.
He sure is.
And I believe you're still frightened of him.
I am. But thankfully,
he's right next to you.
He's right next to me.
So it doesn't make that much difference.
Yeah.
You do still have disadvantage on physical attacks.
Okay.
Because it's still difficult.
What counts as physical?
As in, if you are attacking him with an attack roll.
Oh, okay.
You have lots of ways of not doing that, but if you are rolling an attack roll, you have disadvantage.
I do. And one of those is Slimy Doom.
Okay.
It's going to work one of these days.
Look, you tried so hard to make it work.
It might be today.
It's con save?
It is, yeah.
No. No. 20.
Alas. Again. Worth a try.
It got real high. Got a real high save.
I figured as much. Okay, but then there's a free action, I'll change to the archer and shoot him in the face.
Okay, disadvantage.
That's fine.
You had double disadvantage, but that's not a thing that exists.
No, it's not.
That's still gonna hit with a 21.
Huzzah.
Nice. Yeah. You are so close to him, but you aren't pulling a bow. Like when you get too close to a creature and pull a bow, it's really difficult to aim. You're not pulling a bow. You just pull starlight and drive it into the underplate of his belly.
Yeah.
And he just does not.
Cacula just kind of like moves his arm as if he was getting an arrow from a quiver, and on like the pulling out action, just stabs it into like the base of his throat instead.
Yeah. Is that in your turn?
Yeah, and I'll say, well, get out from under me then!
The end of your turn, he's gonna spin the tail and thwack it into you again. Take a tail attack against you, Cacula. That's not a good roll. That's only a 15. That's gonna miss.
Does not hit.
Yeah. Just swings wide. And that will end his legendaries. Hathor, you're up.
I'm gonna try. Let me have a look where he is. Oh yes, excellent. I'm gonna try and cast slow on him.
Great. Yeah. Okay. What save is slow?
It's wisdom, I do believe.
Okay. That's a natural 1.
So DC 18.
He's gonna use his legendary resistance.
Yeah.
With that natural 1.
Mm-hmm.
For a like 8.
Yeah.
He'll take that legendary resistance and not be slow. Thank you.
Hathor will grin very lightly.
Like, oh yeah, bitch, I win. Now I can do worse things.
Yeah. Is that his last one or not?
No, he's got one more.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Because unfortunately he has very high con save. Does that end your turn?
I'll bonus action do my flame.
Okay, you set on fire. Ezra, you're up.
Okay. Me and Damocles are going to. Ooh. We're going to yeet towards him.
Yep.
And I'm going to. Branding Smite.
Okay, excellent. Good choice.
So, first attack. Double checking because the blooming.
Wait, do you want me to?
No,
Yeah,
it's fine.
I think.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Wait, I'm really confused. Am I doing something or not? Sorry.
I just moved them. Go.
Oh, wait. Okay, I've got all my stats up. It's okay.
Okay.
22.
Hits.
Okay. Lightning, not lightning lure.
Just stab him with branding smile.
The piece is not letting me see the damage for branding smite. As in, it's not letting me scroll down. It's split.
I can check the damage for branding smile. Give me a sec.
Okay, thank you.
Ezra. What's the damage for branding smite? Spells.
Spells.
Branding smite. Here it is. 2d6 radiant.
Okay, so the slashing damage, 11. The radiant damage, 11.
Yep.
And the arcane jolt, who's really injured? Like, or is everyone okay?
Everyone's okay-ish. Cacula's not great. The rest of you are okay-ish.
Yeah, I'm definitely okay-ish.
Cacula's
not great.
just bloodied.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you are a very, very good healer, so I'm going to keep you alive. And I'm going to give you arcane jolt healing. I believe it's 2d8. Is that right? 2d8 or 2d6?
It's the same as 46, I think, bud.
46.
I think your healing is...
I didn't... I didn't know if it was 4d6 damage, 2d6 healing.
No, restores 4d6 hit points to it.
Okay. Is there 4d6 hit points? Yeah. 2, 5, 11, 14. 14 hit points. You are welcome. And then Damocles is going to attack.
Yep.
Yes. Or nope. Roll 7.
Or nope. Sorry, Damocles.
Yep.
Okay.
That's a big no.
Yep.
Could you move Damocles 1 up
Yep.
on the square, please? Thank you. Just so we can cover people.
At the end of your turn, he's going to take legendary actions to Phantom Harrier you. So I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Wisdom save. Okay, then. Hold up. Hit it back. Hey!
Yay!
The map just changed. Everything went up. Okay, well, I'm going to jump back on there now.
Yeah, go for it, buddy.
Everything is here now.
Everything is here.
Everything is here.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can stop sharing, Ruth. Everything is here, and it's part of the team. Everything is here. Take that wisdom.
Yep, Phantom Harriers with save. Okie doke.
Yeah, to see whether or not you get pissed off by a whole load of phantom kicks. We're just gonna eat your face.
18 on the dice.
Okay, you are
Huzzah.
fine. You're like he turns at you, and all of these pixies start to appear in your vision, but you can see through them.
Mhm.
Like that's an illusion, and you just ignore them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Oh,
That will bring us to Kitto. You are no longer being paranoid because it was.
That's very lovely. Yeah. Well, I would love to come over here.
Stab a bitch.
Then try moving out of his space again. See if he would like to stab me. Doesn't have to. He's very welcome to.
Okay, I'm gonna roll an int check to see whether or not he's gonna fall for that. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
He is. He rolled a 7, so he's gonna swing round. He was far too busy concentrating on Ezra, and he swings round. His teeth come snapping round. He's gonna take a bite out of you.
Yay.
22 to hit.
Will hit, yes, and I will uncanny dodge.
Select attack.
Okay. Yeah. Let me roll that again at disadvantage. That was not less.
Okay.
Sorry. That was
Thank you anyway.
It's okay.
He only rolled an 11 for the 22, so not less. 6, 12 piercing damage. Wait a second, because there's some more damage.
Okay.
And 9 poison damage. So you half all of it.
So 10 total.
Yeah, and I need you to make me a con save, please.
Well, that seems fair. That's a 12.
That's fine. That succeeds. It's only a DC 11.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's only
okay. Well,
a little bit of poison, but it's a pretty low save because it is quite nasty.
Okay. That's Cacula fly free.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to come attack him. So 23 to hit.
That's certainly going to hit. Stab him.
Uh, 19, 24, 29, 33, 43, 49 points of damage.
He is now blocked.
And then I'll give him a little slap for a bestow curse to see if I can get the last legendary resistance off.
Good stuff.
That will use his last legendary because he rolled a 3. So that's his last legendary gone.
And that's my turn.
Very good. That brings Mirage Dragon. Let's see whether or not he gets to fuck you all up. He does not with another 3. So he's just gonna do his usual fucking you all up. and go crunchy. First on Ezra.
Okie doke.
26 to hit.
Let me just double check something. Are we doing it? Are we doing the attack hits on the AC, or it has to?
Yes.
Okay, there's no point me doing shield. That hits.
Yeah. It's on or above the AC, I'm afraid.
Okay, that's okay.
Okay, so that's 17 piercing damage. And 4 poison damage, and I need a con save, please.
Okay. I'm going to use Flash. Can't use Flash of Genius for saves, can I? Yes. Yes, I can.
And that will make it.
Hey, nice.
That's just above. That's above the DC.
Perfect.
You're okay. And then one swipe on Kitto and one swipe on Cacula.
Rude.
No, I've already done the disengage.
Cacula, so it doesn't fucking matter.
Hey, nice.
16 to hit Kitto, which I don't think will hit either.
No.
He's 2 swipes and he's just starting to get a little bit irate and a little bit frustrated.
Oh, sorry. Is he still up? Did you roll a concentration check?
I need to roll one now because I've just been hit.
He hasn't been hit beforehand. Yeah, this was the first time Ezra got hit. So roll a hit for me. Yeah, you can.
Hey.
Yeah, this was the first time that Ezra had gotten hit.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay, that will end his turn. Actually, he's like, nah, I don't like this space. He's gonna bonus action, disappear and reappear behind Hathor's head.
Oi.
He's like, hello, tasty wizard.
Hello there, wizard.
Crossland's gonna turn around. Fuck.
I'm gonna turn to Frostline and grin, like, I got this.
He's like, and then he's gonna cast Thunderwave.
Don't blow me up.
Am I in his cone?
No, he can aim it, so you look at this guy. He'll step like sideways, so you're not in his cone. He's probably gonna make that save. Yeah, he made that save, but he still takes half damage. Unfortunately, he is not shoved away from you, which is kind of what Frostline wanted.
Mm-hmm.
He is then gonna step back and try not to make sure that the ship falls over and go, Kitto, darling, you can solve this, right? Bardic Inspiration to Kitto.
Thank you.
And then that will bring us to... he's going to take a legendary action to try and bonk you with his tail. 16 to hit Hathor.
Shield.
Shield goes up. Size of the shield. Cacula, you're up.
Hello.
You are still frightened and therefore cannot move closer to him.
I've had it with this dragon and his little teleporting around and not hitting him. So I'm gonna cast. Oh wait, maybe it wouldn't. Hang on, I didn't realize it was a cube. Let me figure out my cube.
Cube time.
I'm sure you can avoid Hathor with your cube.
Yeah, you can avoid Hathor with your cube.
Yeah, okay. So if I I'm gonna do this, but I'm just gonna put it so that no one but the dragon gets hit by it, and because I could just pop it off the ship, then it should be fine.
Save and throw. That's gonna fail.
Yay! So he is glowing.
So everybody has advantage on attack against him now.
Yeah. And then as a bonus, I'm gonna arrow him again.
Go for it. You have a straight roll because you are still at disadvantage from being frightened. So straight roll. Nope. Sorry. Just swings a bit wide.
He gets overexcited and tries to do them at the same time.
Yeah, and you're like, oh! You just drop, metaphorically drop the arrow.
Big dragon, scary. Hang on, let me make my save.
Yes, make your save.
Nope.
It's a whiz save as well. You have like a +9.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
11. I got a roll of 2.
Oh dear. He's gonna take his turn to try and whack Frostline with his tail. he's going to hit Frostlion with his tail.
No, he's not challenged.
Yeah, he is challenged because that was a natural 16 plus 11. So definitely going to hit Frostlion. 2d8 plus 6. 11, 19 damage. Frostlion did not enjoy that. That definitely knocked the wind out of him and maybe broke a rib.
No.
Oh.
Still up. And he just kind of grabs onto the wheel like. Been through this before. That's fine. Ow. Hathor, it's your turn.
Yeah, get fucking circleted, bitch.
Nice. What are you doing with
Good
your
shit.
Widogast's Web of Fire.
Sorry, it sent it twice.
It did. I'll take the first one.
It sent it several times because it didn't load.
Stop sending Widogast's Web of Fire. Okay, so that is DC 18. Yes.
Dex save.
Dex save. That is. What's his dex? Because that's a 12 plus 6 is 18. He makes a save, but he still takes half damage, which is a lot of damage.
Oh, back in a second.
23 damage, yes?
Yes.
Yeah, that's still, he's not happy about that. He is not looking great.
He takes more because it was fun. Takes another 2 damage.
Okay, so he takes another 1 damage.
No.
He's not happy about it. Let me assure you, he is looking.
That's from my
circlet.
No.
Mantle of Flame.
Oh yes, and he also should have taken 2 damage when he hit me.
I'm back.
Hello.
Yeah. Does the Mantle of Flame damage get halved? Because he saved? Then it should be 2.
It will get halved if it's part of the attack, but it won't get halved from the hit. He took 2 damage from the hit, but he only takes 1 of the half damage because it's part of the whole attack. It's the fire damage. When it boosts your fire damage, it's still part of the attack.
Okay, yes.
If it just happens because he's hitting you because of the Mantle of Flame,
that
he's
one he
not
doesn't
saving.
half. That
Yeah.
I was meaning when I was like, does it still half if
it
it's
does
Mantle
still
of...
half if it's part of the attack because it adds. It just basically means your fire is slightly better.
Yeah, no, it's just because you said no. I was like,
Yeah,
Alas.
no. Yeah, so he still took when he hit you, he still took the 2.
that's fine.
Okay, does that end your turn?
Yes.
He's going to take his last legendary action to bonk you with his tail. That is going to hit. That's an 18, 29.
Yeah.
29. He still takes 2 fire damage from doing it, though. He is not happy. Okay, 13 plus 6 is 19 damage. Chapel. But that ends the legendary. Ezra, you're up. He
Hey.
is not happy.
Good. Okay. What?
Very much set him on fire. He didn't enjoy that.
Okay, let me have. What's my movement? 30 foot.
It's not a very big ship.
Here's a very big ship. Okay. Cacula, how you looking?
Not awful.
Okay, who's the worst?
Frostline.
Frostbite
Okay.
broke his wooden rib.
He got smashed by a dragon. It wasn't his fault.
Okay. Moving over to Frostline, telling Damocles to just support Hathor. I didn't mean to do that.
Can't repair Frostline, unfortunately.
Damn.
No, how?
His clothes all fix themselves, and
He's like, ow, but I look.
we're really papering over the cracks here.
Okay, I will do. I'll give a second level.
Yep.
Cure wounds.
Nice. That'll do him nicely.
Count sheet's going a little bit slow, but it should be okay.
That's okay.
That's catapult. Sorry.
Bye, Frostlion.
16 hit points.
You go for a second, you start making the motions for catapult, and you're like, what the fuck am I doing? And then you cast cure wounds.
Long live the king. Oh, wait. No. Okay. So that's me done. I will
Okay.
stay there. Damocles, come on, bite him.
Come on, buddy.
I believe in you.
No.
Fuck.
It's an advantage, isn't it? Still, because of the
Yeah, because of fairy fire.
fire.
This is your moment, boy.
Yeah!
Yes.
Stacy!
Good stuff.
Get that attack off. Well,
Nice.
damage is in fact damage.
Very much so. I'm proud of him.
Does that end a turn?
Yes.
It'll bring us to Kitto.
I love damage. Can I squeeze in here as we all have a little like party at the back of the ship?
With your incredible speed and vibes, you can do that.
I am unencumbered by excessive stature. I can fit in.
You're not very tall. It's fine.
Okay, I will go through him and roll. Oh, that was 2. That's a 15.
No. You've still got haste.
That's okay. But I will attack again.
Do it again.
That's a better roll, but I will also go. That's a 27. By the way.
That's gonna hit.
27 will do just fine. And is 28, 38, 44 damage.
Kitto, how do you want to do this?
Yay!
I want to stab him in his, if he's like going to crunch on all my friends. I would like to run at him and try and stab him into his eye, into his little brain. Yes, that is what I would like to do.
There is a horrible shrieking keen as you drive Ebony directly through the eye and into the brain, and the Mirage Dragon begins to flutter and shift, and Frostlion goes, "Move!"
Oh, yep.
But I'm gonna stay in range for a feather fall.
He's like right on the edge of the ship,
Yeah.
and Frostlion is now going to have to make a dex check or a strength check, basically to stop the weight of a fully grown dragon completely capsizing your ship.
Oh god.
So let's see if he can do that. Frostlion, with your vehicle's air.
Watch it. That was an accident.
Fine.
I'm sure.
He does it. He manages it. Frostlion grabs hold, full pelt onto the wheel, and just pushes down, and the wheel spins and judders as the ship begins to move slightly. And you see him hold one hand on the wheel and take the other hand and shift all of the levers on his left side, and the sails that are attached to the sides of the ship that usually control the ship through air all blow out immediately, and the ship steadies itself as the body of the Mirage Dragon slides off the back.
Feather fall.
And doesn't fall. Stops.
Slowly drifts down.
Do you want to try and...
Yeah.
Yeah, they are good to loot. You can pull him back up.
Are you kidding me? We just killed a dragon. I'm not...
Yeah.
No loot.
You killed an adult dragon. Congratulations.
Now we need to find its horde. Mm-hmm.
Hathor's feather falling, looking at Frostline like, please.
Yeah, go ahead.
You wait for us? We might have to wait till it's on the ground.
We're not that far up, but I have no idea what's down there.
I'll tell you what, Hathor, I can turn into a bird and bring you to the dragon while it falls.
Oh, dimension door. Can you still do that?
Yeah. I'll dimension.
You can dimension door down, but I do need an in check. I have no idea where you're going.
I'm gonna turn...
I can see it.
Are you dimensioning door to the dragon?
That's falling, yes.
Okay.
I
I was like, are you dimensioning door to the ground?
I can...
The dragon?
The dragon that I can see falling, I will land on top of the
You can
dragon.
do that.
I'm gonna wild shape into a giant eagle and fly down so that I can...
Would you like to take Ezra or me as a hand, Hathor?
Yeah.
Whoever's got better nature.
Yeah, it's a nature check for this.
That's
Nope.
+2.
My nature's +5.
I'm going to say Ezra will be
Take Ezra.
Right,
I'm
cool.
very
We'll
surprised.
take Ez. Grab
Okay.
Ez. Be like,
Okay.
hold on. Okay, Hathor's gonna be like, you teeth, me scales. Go.
Okay, I'm going to need you to roll this at disadvantage because you are trying to do this whilst falling.
Yeah.
Which is not the better way of doing this would have been get Cacula to beat a giant eagle and drag it back, but that was not what you decided to do.
It was keeling the ship.
It was killing the ship.
It's too heavy to put on the deck.
Not in the center of the deck, it isn't. It was on the
Fuck.
edge of the ship.
Oh, I totally got the impression that it was too heavy to be on the ship
No,
from the way you
no, it could not. Yes, for that bit of the ship, it was right on the edge. It was going to capsize the ship because it was like.
Can we giant eagle? Can we retcon that or not?
What would Hathor have done? Would Hathor have assumed this creature was too heavy to fit on the middle of the ship? Or would Hathor have assumed that because of, the way that levers work, that's not how
I
it
don't
happened?
know. He's got a very comfortable knowledge of the ship because he helped build it.
Okay, I'm going to say yes.
But also, again, I'm not there to see how big this thing is.
It
Hathor
will
is?
fit on the center of the ship. It will take up the whole of the deck, but you can put it on the deck.
Yeah.
Physically, it will be fine. This creature is a large creature, but you can put it, in the middle of the deck without any problem. It's fine.
Cool.
It was just because it was on, this much of the ship here. Here. That is not strong enough to hold a fully grown dragon.
Mm-hmm.
That was the problem.
Right.
The actual ship itself can hold a dragon. It's fine. Doesn't affect it.
Right.
It's a
I
big
picked up the wrong end of the stick for
Big
that.
No, it's just that you were
It was unbalancing it.
It was unbalancing the ship because it was right at the edge of the ship, yeah.
Do you want to do that?
Yep.
Okay,
Cool.
that's fine.
Mhm.
So, still make me those nature checks, but you don't need to make them at disadvantage and you don't need to use that 4th level slot. Not that it's relevant.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Okay.
So, make me a nature check for pulling out. You're doing the teeth, Hathor?
I think I was doing the
Can I
teeth.
help someone?
The other way round.
Okay, claws for you, please. Are you assisting, Kitto?
I would like to assist, seeing as I'm here.
Okay, roll with advantage, Ezra.
Woo.
Crossline will assist you, actually, Hathor, so you can also roll with advantage.
21.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
Mhm.
You're successful in getting most of what you want.
Mm-hmm.
You went for claws, right?
I was initially going for scales, but
Okay.
was what I said when I dimension doored.
Okay.
It would probably make more sense if I went for scales because I've got the wrench and stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas for teeth, you can just cut round it with the dagger.
If you're scaling a dragon, you're not pulling the scales off individually, you're skinning it. It's a reptile. You're skinning
True.
it.
Good point.
You're not yanking the scales out one by one.
If we'll have
It has a
time.
lot.
If we'll have time, we'll go for all three,
It
and
goes
we'll
by-
help each other. I can go for claws. Ezra can go for teeth.
Yeah, I'll
And
go for teeth.
help each other go for
Teeth.
skinning it.
Teeth. With the 21, you get 25.
Hey.
Claws, with the 20, you get 9,
Nice.
Okay.
which is not bad.
Good stuff.
1 or 2, but you did okay. And then somebody roll advantage for skinning.
You do it as
Roll with advantage.
because I'm inputting 9.
Okay. Nature.
And teeth.
9 claws.
Ah.
Roll with advantages.
Oh shit.
Not better. You actually find that this creature, because of the shimmering effect of its scales, is very difficult to skin. You only get about 3 pounds of dragon scale.
Okay.
You get 3 pounds of dragon scale, you get 25 teeth, and you get 9 claws.
Okay.
Cool.
Trying to put that in the bag of holding.
Yes. It's okay, I've got it.
Frostlion then bangs on the deck twice with his tail and goes, Torrens! Spirit!
I'm still
And-
an eagle. I can just yeet it off.
How was the strength of an eagle?
Wait, I don't need to do
To be
that.
honest, if they dragged it onto the ship.
I've got a strength of 20. Can I just?
Pick it up, shop it.
Yeah.
Huh?
+3, 16.
Okay. Yeah, Ezra has a strength of 20 because of magical items, don't worry about it. He doesn't actually have a strength of 20. How's that?
Strong.
So
He has the armor of magical strength, which gives
him
it basically lets him use his int bonus as his strength bonus. He doesn't actually have a strength of 20 at all.
right.
Well, to everyone else, I'm strong as hell.
No,
That's how
actually, it's not at all like that. It's that
Goddamn.
your armor actually does all of the lifting. You're not doing anything.
Yeah, it's just like kind of like a very mild exosuit, really, isn't it? Like little pistons helping out.
Yes, it is.
It's like equipped powerlifting versus unequipped powerlifting.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm just cheating.
With Ezra's and with
9.
with Ezra and with
Pulls.
Spirit and Torrens coming up on deck, like, what the fuck is this? It is fairly easy with you also, Cacula, to you provide the lift to get it up and the others provide the strength to yeet it off. And Frostlion is like, if there could be less dragons, that'd be super great. If there could be less dragons, that would be
No!
fantastic.
Agreed.
Where on earth are all these weird dragons coming from? Can we not just fight like a blue one?
I mean, he kind of gestures to the Stygian forest, like, big magical forest.
I mean, I know some people like to put like skulls of things that they don't want to be going around their area on their thing. Could you put a dragon skull on the front? I don't know.
I don't know if a dragon would
I
more
don't know.
challenge,
I feel
to
like
be
the
honest.
dragon-
You're right. You're very right. I don't know. I'm just tired of dragon things.
It's not. I see why you got there.
Mm. And a
I'm just
dragon
tired.
skull is quite a nifty thing to have, but also
You are not putting a dragon skull in front of the ship.
I don't
Oh,
want to
you're right.
get all of the skin off dragon skull on a ship.
Nope.
No,
Absolutely.
You're absolutely right. It was a bad idea. I'm going to go sit down and repair Damocles.
A nap.
I
And you take a nap, and the next morning comes and rises, and Frostlion is like, fuck shit. It's Winter's Peak. Which I guess is the Growaldi equivalent of Christmas. Winter's Peak is the first day of the year. It is usually a gift-giving celebration. It is also a kind of celebration where you have a lot of food. Cassandra is running out of fun things to give you, but she's trying.
Hang on.
No, she will not cook dragon meat.
Mm.
You feel like she's like, you have no idea. That creature poisoned you. I would not suggest eating its meat.
That's a good point.
It was poisonous, Hathor. No.
Charmed me.
Actually, it was venomous. So,
I don't think that matters. I'm not suggesting we eat dragon.
I'm saying probably its meat is fine. Why would you have poisonous meat?
No. You get a nice
Okay.
board of cheese. And you like it.
Jeez, no!
You know what Kitto is going to try and do, which is going to be
How?
really,
Go on.
really stupid and probably won't work. He'll ask Cacula to help. But he's going to try fishing for birds. No, bear with me.
Okay.
Go on.
Like, okay, some birds eat other birds or eat insects and stuff. So surely as we're flying, you can just have like a little rope with a hook and have a little bit of meat dangling off the end and you might get a bird.
Okay.
I don't know if this is going to work. But it's like,
That's a bad idea.
it's like a whimsical chapter of a children's novel, so I'm going to help you.
I have no idea what the fuck to make you roll for this.
No. You can do this. Oh,
Roll.
it says bestial
It's a
spirit.
spirit.
It doesn't help you. It just is a fae. You can't summon a fae and then eat it, Hathor. Okay.
I was going to say at some point over the many months of boredom, Kitto will try fishing for birds.
Roll a flat d20. Because there is no benefit you have to this.
I want to help.
Roll a flat d20 twice.
Oh
Well, the
god.
first one's a 12, and the second one is a 1.
So with a 12, you catch maybe one kind of pissed off hawk.
Okay. You can eat it.
You can eat the pissed off hawk, yeah.
Okay.
Kip is incredibly amused by this, because what Kip have been doing is just taking pot shots when they were over the ship and just letting them hit the ship. But they think this is fucking great. They think it's hysterical. They're very about it.
And they're right.
Well, we have a little bit of it. We can make little, like, chicken skewers out of it.
Yeah. So, is there anything anyone wants to do for Winter's Peak specifically?
You cast insect plague.
No! You could not cast Insect Plague and eat the insects, Hathor!
I imagine Hathor and Cacula are just sat at breakfast and Hathor's like, oh, could you conjure a woodland creature? And Cacula's like, that's fae spirits, try again.
Could you cast Insect Plague?
No. Do you want to eat a beetle for Winter's Crest, Hathor? Is that what you want? Crispy little beetle? Are those the standards you've gotten to?
Can't you just like convince some creature to come over here and like have a conversation with us, and then Kitto will
What
just
on
sneak
earth
upon it?
would I say?
Frostline is sat there,
Hello, bird.
literally
Would you like
coffee,
to come to your death?
coffee in hand. Like,
No, Cacula, you're supposed to lie to it.
That
You can
seems
cast-
unnecessarily cruel.
Can't you cast locate animals and plants?
Look,
Can't you
Hathor,
just see if there's any cows
how the fuck will there be cows, Hathor?
in a 5-mile
Hathor.
radius?
And he'll like clap Hathor on the shoulder. At a certain point, the question becomes not can one do this, but should one do this?
I agree.
And the answer is no, I shan't.
You
I
could,
mean,
you could see if there were any.
But I won't.
Frostline,
And be content.
Frostline gets up and goes, I'll see you this evening for Winter's Crest meal. Hathor, take a nap before. And just walks off.
Gabriel's a bit tired.
Yeah, I've noticed that. You can't just summon things, not how druids work.
There is a spell that lets you summon cows. I know it.
Yeah, but they're not actual cows, Gabriel. They're fae. They don't count. You can't eat them.
It's not a bad idea originally, baby. It just so happens that all of the creatures you summon are actually fae spirits that look like the animals you summon.
To prevent people from doing this.
Shit, I just want a cow.
You can't have a cow.
Also, if we actually summoned a cow, everyone would be like, "Oh, a cow!"
No, Cacula, speak for yourself.
I would not. Hathor would not. Hathor would be like,
Cassandra would be like,
oh,
No,
a cow. Knife in hand. Yoink.
okay.
What have you got?
A cow.
smoothie.
The evening.
Could have eaten the Sphinx.
The evening comes, and again, similar to the found a meal, a nice meal. This one is less fun because Cassandra's running out of things, but she still tries. And Frostline kind of stands up and looks over at the crew and says, "Well, usually I would use whatever little funds we had to give everybody a gift as the captain. However, not only do we have no funds, we're in the middle of fucking nowhere. So instead, I thought I'd just do this instead. And he takes a moment and he casts.
The phone's dying. It's like, charge me, please.
Put it back on.
He casts microwave at 5th level.
Do not.
He casts major image. And
Microwave.
And warm tableau of like a rich blue, like shadowy figures that move in a almost like dance, and you're like, oh, they're so pretty, and then you pay a bit more attention and you realize it's you, and it's a kind of tableau of the things you've done together as the crew. And there are moments that you guys don't recognize that are specifically for the crew, and there are moments that you do, like freeing them from the black mark and various things like that. And he just says, thank you for another year for some of you, and for 6 or 7 months for the rest of you. I truly wouldn't ask for anybody else to be part of my crew. And here's to the unknown.
And to the captain. Woo!
He goes like flush cheeks.
You seriously can't have not expected me to do that.
Look, every single time you used to surprise me. It's a nice evening. Peaceful in a way that's fun.
Yeah.
Sorry that. You bitch. She's coming. It's Nicola. Beep. Here comes Nicola.
Beep, beep.
So, there's a couple more things to pick up on. A little bit later on, a couple weeks later, it is the birthday of one Cacula Scops.
Wowee! Little old me.
Let's start with Ezra.
Hello.
What are you
Hi,
doing
bud.
for Cacula's birthday?
I'm going to I'm gonna head to Cacula and kind of be like, right, hello. First off, happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
You're very welcome. I had an idea, because obviously I'm trying to go around everyone and make sure when it's their birthdays they have a nice personalized gift. I feel like I absolutely owe everyone it now that I'm starting to know you all a lot better and the likes. Basically, I was thinking for you, if you help me with the map of the constellations, I can get a little, like, basically I can make something that lights up and makes the constellations in a room, like if you're going to sleep.
Whoa.
But I haven't the foggiest the way the constellations look. If you're willing to provide a map or something to help, I could do the rest, and then that's your present.
Ezra, thank you. And he'll give you a big hug.
Ah, thank you.
Honestly, that's 2 gifts. I hope you're ready for a long afternoon.
Can I have a Tinker's Tools check, please, Ezra?
Basically, I'm just making like one of those like night lights, the little the ones.
Let's see.
Do I have to do a map?
Flash of genius.
Got now. Yeah, with the Flash of Genius, you get a little bit lost about halfway through Cacula's very rapid discussion, and you're like, huh? But you do manage to get all of it, so it is pretty much accurate and a warm, glowing nightlight.
So it runs on kinetic, and a little bit of it runs on a little flame inside. So you're going to need candles, but that should be fine. There's a little vent in the back, so it doesn't get smoky. So you should be good.
Hathor. Ah! Gabriel just noticed Juno.
Wait, Juno.
There she
Have you
is!
not been enjoying this lovely show?
I have
she's
been
putting on?
watching her the whole time.
I had my roll 20 open.
Yeah, so
Yes,
we have the
Connor,
baby.
did Juno da?
I
Oh.
thought it. I thought it.
Hathor, what are you doing for
For Cacula's
Baby.
birthday, Hathor knows that he likes kitties, so he will turn Cheese into a white and grey speckled cat.
Oh,
Cheese is pretty content with that.
And like very fluffy
Cheese enjoys being fluffy.
cat.
Like fluffy.
hello. Oh.
And he will hang out with you all day. And Hathor will give you just a very a tiny little note card sized letter with some of the flowers from the thing that he'd press in it that just is very soft and sweet. It says, "Thank you for being my friend. Gay, love you."
It says, "Gay, love you." Yeah.
Yeah, at some point during the day, Cacula will definitely actually wild shape into a cat and just have a little cat cuddle with Cheese.
Cheese will enjoy
Ah.
Kitto.
Kitto is going to this is Kitto is miming. He's going to sneak into Cacula's room and look around for the violin. Or where'd it go?
Ruth, are you? That is a dead cat.
Ragdoll! No bones and no care.
You're doing really well. You're doing so good. And then he's gonna take the violin and scurry down to Ezra's Ezraland, and is going to say, "Hi, can you give me a hand, please, with this? It's Cacula's violin. I'm looking to basically make some kind of stencil of some flowers. It sounds stupid, but maybe some flowers and stars and shit, and then I'm gonna paint them on. Can you help, please, with the mechanical stuff?"
I absolutely can. And do you know what the best bit is? I've still got that absolutely insanely complex sketch of the stars from when I did something earlier that you can borrow, because was terrifying. I'm not doing that again. Oh, you can keep it for now. Oh.
Are you okay?
Oh, I'm lovely. That was just harder than anything I've ever had to do in my life, but in the nicest way as well.
He got full
Okay,
Cacula.
Full Cacula.
He got full.
Okay.
He asked Cacula to explain his special interest.
It was a mistake. You should never do that.
For as long as necessary. Cacula thinks that's a very long time.
But absolutely. Pop it on the table. I'll get some tracing paper, and we can absolutely get this sorted in about 10 minutes.
Do you know
5
it's
minutes?
not time to roll the dice yet? It'll be soon, but it's not time right now. Yes. We'll try and do lots of little flower and star designs around the violin. With Ezra's help, the mechanical side.
Roll me a dexterity check with advantage for Ezra's assistance.
With advantage. Oh. You.
That's your genius here as well.
And thank you. So what's that? Add 5.
5. Yep.
Yeah. I rolled a 25, so that's a 30.
Hey.
It is incredibly beautiful and incredibly well detailed. It is subtle in a way that matches the wood of the violin, but just enough to keep enough genuine beauty without making it gaudy.
Yeah. And then Kitto is also going to paint on the words in along the edge, in a kind of softer place, and just kind of write Cacula for all the music you will make, and then go and find him later in the day to give it to him. Do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do.
You are found by
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi. Happy birthday. Fighting. No, do not fight Cacula. Happy birthday. I got you something, well, kind of. I stole something from you, don't worry. But I've made it better, I think. Shit, sorry. And then Kitto will kind of reach and grab the violin and hold it out.
Oh. I don't know what to say. It's lovely.
Oh, you don't have to say anything. Ezra helped. You might recognize the designs slightly.
Is he all right? I think I might have left him in a bit of a.
No, I think he's good. I think he's I think he had a very nice afternoon, honestly.
I can see stars in the engine.
beautiful moment.
Right.
But yeah, I've really enjoyed teaching you, actually. You're a very good student, and I think you, yes, take this as like a well done, you graduated. And
He's just gonna like go over and brush,
Big hug.
like
so
hug,
we'll give you a big hug back.
and he's gonna like pull back a little bit, and then kiss him on the cheek real fast, and be like, right, okay, I'm going to go and play it now alone. Thanks.
I mean, if you want a hand, not a hand, but are you walked off or?
Yep.
Okay, that's fair, because it'll be like, okay. Actually, now I have an insight proficiency. Can I have a roll for like detection of gay feelings? Thank you.
Gay.
Do you want to roll deception, Cacula?
Ooh, yeah.
You haven't unlocked an insight bonus. Your gaydar has unlocked. That's what this is. Proficiency.
Oh,
roll it
Proficiency gaydar.
for me.
I will. Can I? Is that?
Oh, that was a bad roll. No, Cacula, Niimi, I did roll quite badly, so.
Roll it. You still gotta roll it.
Okay, I rolled a 9. So
Okay, better than a 3. So
They're both very bad at it, but I feel like the rolls were so bad it was a net neutral.
it's not a net neutral because Kitto, you recognize that movement. Galio did exactly the same thing around you.
Mhm.
You know what that is. You remember the way Galio interacted with you before you started dating. That very much incredibly flustered and everything you did ever. You know.
Okay, I'm gonna. And he's gonna just wander off and.
I'm gonna go
Probably
process
just walk.
this elsewhere.
Yeah.
Put that
Probably
back
just
where
walk
it came
in
from.
circles.
Boom.
Around the deck. He normally he would go for a sad walk, but he can't now, so he's gonna walk in circles around the deck.
Yeah. To further exacerbate Cacula's trauma, Frostline turns up. Hello.
Oh. He's just like sat on the bed holding the violin. Hello.
It's beautiful.
Yes. Yes, it is. You're right.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Reaches inside his internal pocket and hands you a small, like A5 tiny kind of notebook. It's not very fancy, but I hope it'll help.
It's lovely.
And you open it up, and he's written down the most common Cortan phrases for you.
Oh, thank you. Oh, yes, thank you, Frostlion. I've been quite afraid of what is to come, not necessarily in general, but I'm not very good at people. I think you've probably cracked that nut by now, but I just these will be very new people with expectations I don't understand.
What happened?
What do you mean?
You're even more nervous than usual, and you're clinging that violin like it's going to hurt you.
Oh, nothing.
I'm very good at detecting lies. Makes me a good captain.
I'm not very good at lying.
No, you're not. Do you want to talk about it? He rolled a non-natural 20 on an insight check because he's got +7 bonus. Yes. Bards and their infinite bonuses.
He'll take a long moment, just kind of looking at the floor. You know, for once in my life, actually, no. I don't want to talk about it, really. But thank you.
You know where I am?
I do. I'm inescapable.
I appreciate that about
you. You know, maybe a few months ago, I'd say you'd be the first, but I don't know if that's necessarily true anymore.
I agree. Don't sit in here staring at a violin.
Yes. I shan't. Oh, hang on. Look what Ezra made me. And then he'll flick it on. He's gorgeous.
Cheers.
He's got such clever little fingers.
That's why I actually likes him so much. That sounds more of an innuendo than I think I expected.
No, don't worry. Don't you worry. It's only you and I here. My lips are sealed.
Well, I'm sure Atri would be interested, but I don't think Ezra would. He doesn't swing that way, I'm sure. In fact, I'm very sure. Shall we?
Yes. This conversation really veered into a direction I wasn't expecting. At multiple points. Very adventurous.
Yes, let's go. Cacula's birthday is mostly a success, aside from Cacula having a gay panic and Kitto realizing Cacula's having a gay panic.
Yeah.
And then Kitto realizing he fucked up slightly. Like,
How? He didn't fuck up. How did he fuck up? He's just being a good little boy.
No, he gave you a very nice gay present.
That's
now Kitto feels less like he fucked up and more like, oh no, this recontextualizes everything I've done.
This
has
connotations I did not expect.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yes,
god.
exactly.
Yeah, yes, understand. One more thing. About a week and a half later, it's Ezra's birthday.
Yeah.
Wow.
Actually woken by a on the door. Like way earlier than it should be, Ezra.
Kind of like, who is it?
Yes, I am a wizard. Can I help? I mean, happy birthday!
And then gone. Like, doesn't even stop. Doesn't even open the door. Yells happy birthday through the door and then disappears.
No, what he did was say, I'm a wizard!
And then fucked off. Because he is known for lots of things. His charisma is not one of them.
Okay, just like, thank you.
He runs up to you, Hathor, and like appears at your knee and goes,
Ezra's birthday today, right? I was right.
Yes.
Good. How are you doing? You haven't been out to the engines. I miss you.
He's been weightlifting up trees.
You've been weightlifting. That's not what wizards do. We don't weightlift, Hathor. We're skinny little idiots.
No,
It's disgusting, isn't it?
no, we don't have to be at tree here, and then we'll scoop at tree.
and she's like, oh, you always have fun.
Hathor's a very big buff idiot now. So.
He'll like wrap himself around to his side shoulders.
Oh.
Hey,
Is he doing the hands on the ceiling thing?
Yeah. Because you're like in the desk and he's like,
This is a bit short for this. I'm not very tall, but still.
Hathor's crouching a little bit.
What time is it?
Oh, about, I don't know, early.
Hathor, it's about 6:20.
It's 6 a.m. Cacula.
Okay.
That explains why I'm so tired. Happy birthday, Ezra.
Genuinely yawn.
Here, come on. Go down to bed and we can set up before Ezra gets there.
Yeah.
Ezra has fallen back to sleep.
Yeah.
Might
So,
be a while.
the rest of you, what are you doing for Ezra's birthday at normal times rather than actual times?
Cacula he's trying to get round everyone, but he only had this idea at Frostline's birthday. He's made like it's a slightly bigger kind of patch that looks like it's going to go on like on the back of a jacket, which has the same like a similar kind of little embroidery of the ship, and underneath that, like kind of arced underneath it, it says ship's engineer.
Sorry.
Happy birthday. I know it's not much, and I'm running out of fabric, but
Ezra's eyes are like lit up.
I'll sew it on for you if you like as well.
Oh, yeah, I'd love to. That's incredible.
I'm glad you like it. I mean, you've done a lot of work on the ship, and you just, I saved Frostline the other day. You've got clever little tinkerer's hands. You need to be recognised for it by everyone you meet. Although I'm now realising I've written this in Utopian and not Korai, so no one else will be able to.
That's Korai, because if you'd written it in Korai, that'd be a completely different thing. No, Sandra would be able
You leave me alone.
It'll mean Ezra Toaster Supremacist. That's what it would translate to.
Yeah.
In Korai.
in Cortan! No. It would be recognisable as engineer? Maybe not ship's engineer, but definitely engineer will be.
Ezra, engine man.
Yeah, it's a bit like Ezra, man of the engine. But
That's pretty cool, though.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty fantastic.
Yeah.
Surely then that would hence mean engines haven't been invented at the same time, right? So the word for engineer surely should be different. So surely it's
Construction
Ezra.
man.
Yeah, but they had
I am Iron Man.
the whole word for engine has developed from the Cortan word.
Okay.
They did have it. That's not me.
So is it like Ezra, man of the metal machine?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit like that. Yeah.
But
I will.
felt weirdly.
Yeah, Ez is very much hype about that and very eager to try it on, even when the patch is like half hanging off still, like just eager.
Yeah.
Hathor?
Oh god, what am I getting Ezra? I understand your panic now, Moons. Oh no. I just punched Kitto for his birthday. That was nice and easy.
I'm wearing metal. That might not end well.
With your own hand there.
I would. You see, the idea I had was to go and cast mending on all of Ezra's tools.
You could do that.
But Ezra would do that literally every day.
Yeah, he kind of does.
Yeah.
Would he, or would he forget to? Is actually the point.
He wouldn't do it on tools. He wouldn't do it on tools in the engine room because he'd want to just like pop them where they are, but the ones on his person, he'd probably just do it out of habit. But any that he's left lying around, he probably wouldn't.
Yeah, I mean, it's up to you.
Actually, you know what Hathor will do?
Okay.
Hathor will go and find all of Ezra's tools and tableware and everything, and he will prestidigitation everything. Hathor cleans his room for him.
Yes.
Cleans everything for you
Ezra
for your
walks
birthday.
in about halfway through, and you're stood there with like the wrench that he uses to fix Damocles, which is often like rusted, just like.
I'm not doing anything nefarious.
I didn't think you were. Hello.
Continues to press the
Prestidigious, and you watch as the rust just disappears.
I don't remember it looking like that.
No, because I just made it look like that. And we'll hand it over and go, happy birthday.
Thank you kindly.
Yeah, you notice all of your tools, all of your personal items are very magically cleaned.
Mm.
In a way that even with you like taking care of your tools, they wouldn't be. This is almost like they're new again.
I will absolutely give a hug, because that is like the jacket, everything is like, good day.
Yeah.
Accent buddies.
Yeah.
Yes.
Technically, we've got a Stokes accent. Yeah. We've both got a Stokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, Rosanna is also Irish.
I just can't do an Irish accent, and I'm not gonna try. Because it's just offensive. Kitto.
Hello. Kitto is going to so like sometime in the evening he is going to grab some alcohol and wander down to Ezraland and knock on the door.
Juno also looks like she's on the 9th level of heaven.
Yeah.
So fucking
Cloud 9 mentally right now.
You go find.
Knock on the door.
I love her so much. I'll open the door.
Hi.
Hello.
It's your birthday, so I've been told. Can I come in?
Aye, certainly. The room actually looks really nice now. It's absolutely wonderful.
You spend your birthday cleaning?
No, Hathor helped out. And
right.
I spent your birthday.
Well.
But yes, please.
I'll send him my way soon. Okay. So I tried to think of something I could get you and couldn't really think of much. It's been said before, we're in the middle of the sky. And you're the one who's good at making things but I just want to say that I am sorry for being so harsh on you previously. I know we've had our moments, but you know, these past few months, you've obviously been helpful on the ship and really helpful at protecting the people on the ship. And I just wanted to say that, well, it's a peace offering, and Kitto will pour out one alcohol and go to hand it to everybody. Like, you do drink, don't? Yes.
Well, I had my first drink before, so the story goes, before my first teeth. So, aye.
That explains a lot. No, it doesn't. Sorry.
It's like, fuck,
Sorry.
Monologue right now is like, don't be a bitch. Don't be a...
Ezra kind of...
Gone.
Ezra starts to say, I do not actually feel... I don't feel an apology is necessary, because when I first met all of you, you're completely right that I was unprepared. I was sheltered, still am in quite a few ways, and I wasn't really pulling my weight in a lot of different ways. And I've learned many lessons from a lot of you, and I hope I'm giving lessons as well. And I already forgave you a while ago before getting on this ship. And in terms of those moments, as mentioned, we've also had many moments that have gone extremely well, such as you're my go-to for giving one of my most beneficial spells to you, because I know you'll kick arse with it. What I'm trying to say is, I appreciate it, and I will more than happily accept a drink with you. But don't feel the need to apologize. Just, if you notice me slacking, just keep me reminded, eh?
Okay. As long as you do the same.
Well, I will do, but currently I don't see you slacking. Like, give it a pat on the arm, like.
Okay, well, would you like this drink?
I would love a drink. Thank you.
And Kitto will sit and have a conversation with Ezra for a prolonged period of time and hear about his life and things. And
Huzzah.
Yes.
You also briefly get a hello from Frostlion. Not during the conversation with Kitto, a little bit earlier in the day. He stops in and says, "Happy birthday."
Thank you kindly.
It's not much. But he hands you a sheet of what appears to be music. Try that, if you can. Bit of a challenge for you with the new flute, but also I think you'll enjoy it.
I will certainly. Thank you. He'll start like scrambling to go and get like the instrument and stuff and give it a try.
You realise about how busy you're playing it. It's an accompaniment to what would be a sky shanty. It's a very upbeat, fast-paced kind of drinking song, and it's very fun to play. It is hard, but you think that it's a lot. It is enjoyable in its.
Yeah, I will spend. That's probably when you knock Kitto like halfway through that practice. Like afterwards.
Yeah. It's nice. It's. You listen for a second, Kitto, and Ezra's quite good. You notice that it's clearly a new piece because occasionally he'll hit a wrong note that sounds completely wrong, stop and restart from the top, and you're like, yeah, okay, you're learning a new piece. Like that's the way you would always do it. Yes.
I imagine it's something like the rattling bog, like where it gets faster and faster and it's harder to go.
It's a little bit like that.
Nice.
Gabriel.
Gosh.
How are you feeling?
Me?
Yeah.
Not super sleepy.
Okay, can we go for another hour?
Maybe.
Okay.
Would you mind if I just pop some real quick?
It's 8:20.
Oh, sorry, I'm looking at the timer wrong. Absolutely, yes, another hour is totally fine.
Okay, yeah, it's 8:20. I'm just like.
Sorry, I thought it was like 21:21. No,
it's 8:20. Yeah, because then I'm just gonna say let's take 5, and then we'll come back for another hour.
Yes.
Sounds good. I'll be back.
You guys, over the next week, you realize you're no longer crossing the forest. It happens very suddenly. You change from the forest being the thing underneath your feet to suddenly it being sea. And this is the first time any of you have ever seen the ocean. And it's huge. It's roiling and dramatic, and it's just blue forever. And you're like, oh my god, this is what the rest of the world feels like. And Frostlion is in an incredible mood. He is just constantly like, it's all new. This is it. We did it. We made it past the Zingian Forest. And there is this energy on the ship that you guys have never really paid that much attention to and hasn't really been that apparent. But It is brilliant and bright and new. And there's something to be made of it. And Kitto, there's a kind of longing. There's a really big part of you that just wants to touch it. You're way above it, but you really want to touch it.
Yeah, he will just spend long periods of time like sat by the edge, just kind of like with his arms on the edge, just like staring down at it.
I, at like some point during the day, come and like just sit down next to him, and just say, "Do you want to go down? Because I can fly you down there."
Can you? Yes, please. Would you?
Yes. Oh, no, I won't. I was just teasing.
Cacula.
And he'll like jump off of the side of the ship and turn into a bird.
Yeah, you can carry Kitto down. And very much like Harry Potter style, the end of Prisoner of Azkaban. And as you like fly down over the lake, over the sea, Kitto, you reach out and you touch the foam of the waves, and the jolt like electricity through your hand, and you're like, and you put your hand in it, and it's cold, and you take it out and it smells salty and briny, and it's all new, and something. When you dreamt of the Sea-Forged King, you dreamt of drowning and of an incomprehensible crashing wave. And you look at that now and you still see that, but you realize that that's the point. The fear is kind of the reason that it's brilliant. And it's something that is so exciting and so new to you.
Yeah. For as long as like Cacula can keep pace, you can keep pace with the ship, can't you?
Yeah.
I assume it must be a really shit idea.
It's not moving at full speed to you.
Yeah. Like Kitto won't try and get you to go back at any point until like.
Cacula will only go back when he has to.
I think you get 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got a good amount of time. You got 3 hours before Cacula has to return to the wild shape problems.
Kitto will be thinking his thoughts, and then when they get back to the ship and Cacula changes back, Kitto will kind of hesitate for a moment and then just pull him into a hug and say, "Thank you. It was weird, but good. I don't."
It goes on.
Yeah. It does. And I feel like it goes down forever too, or not quite as far, but
No.
sense that it
feels like if you dove in, you never find the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Joanna's
felt weird when
so jealous.
Yeah, I'll have to tell her about it. Maybe she'll see it too one day. I don't know.
We'll bring her.
Yeah, I'd like that. She'd like that, I'm sure. She actually does know how to swim.
That doesn't surprise
You drop me in there, I will never hit the bottom.
Yes, don't worry, I won't be doing that.
No, that's not what I meant. I didn't think you'd actually drop me in.
We want you present correct for as long as we can.
Yeah. Thank you. Anyway, you should probably. Are you tired now? That was a lot of.
Quite. I didn't know.
Look, let me get you some tea, and Kitto will go and make Cacula some tea. Very, very cool. That was a lot of exercise.
It's in fact the day after that it could go on forever, as is proven. You're on deck as usual, and there's a sudden yell from the crow's nest. And you look up, and it's Skrull, as usual, who's sat in the crow's nest. And they look to be teetering as though falling over. They're indicating, gesturing wildly, and they're like, "Land! There is land on the horizon!"
Captain!
And Frostlion is there. Like, Frostlion pulls the he has a spyglass. He pulls the spyglass out of his pocket and he's like, fucking, Opal, take the wheel! And Opal, like, scurries up, grabs the wheel, and Frostlion climbs. And he's not very good at climbing, but you have never seen him move with the grace and speed he does, scampering up the rigging to get onto the crow's nest, and hops up into the crow's nest and pulls out the spyglass and... There's land! There's land out there. Maybe 2 days. 2 days and we'll be able to see somewhere new. That's pretty cool. Oh dear, I hate getting down. And he like pauses and is like, and like clambers out. And you realise for the first moment, Frostlion might not like heights very much. And he like very carefully extracts himself from the crow's nest, and Scroll is like, Captain, why do you know this happens every single time you come up here?
Captain,
Yes.
you live on a sky ship.
Look, the sky ship is fine. The crow's nest is not.
The sky ships that could knock you off at any moment.
Look, I've already done that before, it's fine. Go get some coffee.
You're a very intriguing man.
Thank you.
I'll come with you.
It's 2 days later, and you can see the edge of this island on the horizon. It doesn't look very big, and you're not quite close enough to make a whole lot of Actually, you know what? Make a perception check, and we'll work out what details you can make out.
Yeah!
We'll work it out, guys.
What is with my rolls tonight?
Are you ready? Hathor's is going to be shite.
14.
Not bad. 25. Nice, Kitto.
Yep.
Ezra?
Yes, perception. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Fucking love this song.
It's quite a shit roll.
Favorite song in the whole world.
It is a 10.
Okay.
I'm currently in the engine room. I see nothing.
No, you're not. You're above deck. You're excited about this.
Okay.
You still see it. You still see that.
Well, Ezra, you are excited.
New land. Be excited or perish. Cacula, you rolled a 15?
14.
14. So you're getting closer and closer, and you're realizing that all of you, even Hathor, realize this is not a very big island. Like, it's pretty small. Like, it's not like the size of the city of Utopia small, but equivalent for us, it's about the size of maybe the Isle of Man. Like, it is a little place.
Little.
And Cacula, you can see off in the distance, you can see mountains, and you can see forested land, and you can see what appears to be a small settlement. Kitto, you can see a little bit further. There is a bigger settlement. This one you can see actually not because you know it's a settlement, but because you can see the very slow tracks of what appears to be skyships backing and forcing. And you're like, okay, that place has got a skysport. And you can see like little edges of what must be buildings. It's far off. It'll take you maybe half a day to get there, but you know that there is somewhere where you could probably safely land a skyship.
Is this probably not apparent to other many?
You're the only one who's managed to see.
Look! There's a settle. It's not big, but there's people. There must be.
No. Can't you just further out, right along there? There are Can you see the skyships?
If you point them out, you guys can recognize what Kitto's pointing out. And Frostline stood next to you, one spyglass in hand, and goes, "There's a whole world out here that we never knew about. There are people. And he has this grin that is so infectious. This thrill of new worlds that he's never been able to see before. He looks at you, Kitto, and he goes, whole new world. Our tree! Full speed, we're going! And he just runs. And you suddenly realize that for all he acts, you remember that he's barely older than you.
Mm-hmm.
And suddenly he's filled with this boyish youth again. As much as he is almost parental in the way he responds to a lot of things, especially with his role as the captain, you remember he's 27 and just so excited for new experiences. And the ship is alive with people in a way it hasn't been for a very long time. Barely anyone is below decks, and those who are below decks come up and down so often that they barely stay. Like, even Cassandra spent a lot of time on the upper deck as you guys fly over this little island. You know what? Have the map. Yay!
Hey.
Wow. Welcome to the island of Ven. You're coming from the top.
Is it quite blurry for anyone else?
No, it's,
No.
it'll just be taking a bit of
that's a
time
me
to.
problem. Oh, there we are. No, it just came in.
Yeah, you're coming from this end downwards, and you're heading for.
Put me back on the ship.
No, you're not. You're heading for. This is the small settlement that Cacula saw, and this is the larger settlement that you saw, Kitto. And the ship is heading directly across this way. And you fly over this streams and a small, like, very densely packed mountainside, and you see this little village. And you know what? Everybody else make one more perception check, and I'll see what you can see of the village of Yakor. Good. 25. Nice.
Hey, nice.
Ezra?
Taking a while, sorry? I'll just roll it. 8.
8. Ezra, you don't particularly notice this. You're a bit distracted. But the rest of you look over and you're like, oh my god, a settlement! And you run over to the edge and you look over the edge and you can see people and you can see humanoid figures. You're not high enough off the ground to not be able to recognize humanoid figures. You can. They don't seem to be disturbed by a skyship. None of them seem to bat an eyelid.
But they have skyship.
They have skyships. There's a couple of people who kind of glance at it, maybe a bit weirdly, because it's a very weird skyship for them, but it's a skyship.
Cacula's
Starts waving. And you see creatures you've never seen before. You see centaurs and satyrs, and none of you have ever seen those kind of creatures. They don't exist in Utopia. You're suddenly like, there are people with half horse bodies and goat legs and seem to be just going about doing their everyday life, mixed in with tieflings and humans and elves, and you're like, this is a whole world with new races and new people. And the city of Yakor doesn't pay you much attention, and it doesn't have a skyport. It has a small dock, but a sea dock, not a sky one. And you keep flying over, and you fly over. It's maybe not even an hour between when you are over the city of Yakor, as you move over to over the River of Gift, over the Cerulean Bay, to the city of Morgift. And as that comes out of, as you pass over the tree line and you see it, it's a settlement like you've never seen before. Yakor reminded you a little bit of Tula. The buildings are sturdier, but it was a recognizable village. Morgift isn't very big. It's maybe a sixth, if that, the size of like Utopia. But in the way Utopia is dense and crowded, Morgift is not. It's open. Its streets are brilliant and light. The city itself is set against the docks. and behind it you can see the mountains in the background, and there are fields and people, and the city itself is alive, and most of the buildings are stone, not wood, and it's all new. And you see the skyships now, and they're not built like utopian skyships. Utopian skyships are built with these long these long ship docks, and then the fan-like wings to be able to alter trajectories, and the large balloon that has basically levitate cast on it. These skyships are much more like naval skyships. They are long and narrow skyships with literal sails, like full-blown sails that shift in the wind. And you can even see tiny little ones like skippers that are just faster than anything you've ever seen. And the Star Grazer is the fastest ship you have ever existed. Like, the Star Grazer outpaces every ship, without question, in Utopia. There is no doubt these things are moving faster than the Star Grazer ever could. And there is a skydock, very similar to the ones that set up in Utopia, with long, large dock-like pier that stood up in the water, where there are ships that are tethered in, and Frostlion yells out, and the crew start moving, and you've had this once or twice before, but there is something so thrilling about landing in a reality that's not the same, and you watch as the crew start to run into action, as Frostlion runs to the helm and starts pulling his levers and spinning the wheel slightly. You watch as Torrans and Spirit go and grab the ankle ropes, ready to latch onto the end. Scroll comes down from the crow's nest, ready to guide the ship in. Atri, you can hear Atri shrilly yelling as he makes sure that the engines cool and heat in the right way. And you watch as you bring this ship into land, and you realise you've drawn quite the crowd. There are 30, 40 people stood staring at this ship that looks nothing like their ships. And there are all manners of people. There are dragonborn, and there are humans, and there are elves, and there are half-elves, and there are a couple of tieflings, a little bit rarer than you would usually be used to. There are lots of tieflings in Utopia. But also there's a couple of centaur in there who you've never met before, and maybe one minotaur. Again, very rare. There are a lot in Utopia. And this crowd is made up of people and races who are different to you. And you watch as Spirit and Torrance tie up the boat, and there is this moment of silence as everyone stares at you. Frostlion waves a hand, and the gangplank goes down, and he steps forward. And from the crowd, another person steps forward. A centaur. Four hooves. And in Cortan, in their version of common, which is similar enough to Cortan that you understand, they say, "Where the fuck have you come from?" And Frostlion laughs. Hi. I recognize we might sound a bit weird. It's been difficult for us to learn your language. My name is Frostlion. This is the crew of the Star Grazer. We're from Utopia. And there is silence. Just dead silence. And then Central starts to laugh. And Frostlion looks at you guys like, You're from Utopia.
Yes.
Yep.
I assure you we do not lie.
Oh my god, you have accents that are weird as hell.
What's this?
Mine's probably the worst.
What's this place called?
Welcome to Morgift on the island of Ven. Part of the continent of Makana. I guess I should probably do the whole spiel for you. Do you have a different date? That's fascinating. Okay, let me get this straight. You're from Utopia?
Yes.
Yes!
Fuck me.
The one with all the forests.
Yeah,
Aye.
that's it, just to put this right. We've been taught, like, our whole lives, like, that island was dead. There's nothing there.
No, there's plenty there.
Did anyone come to check?
Several 100,000 people.
Yeah, we sent people to check. Like, in fact, most of them went from Morgift as the last stopping point, because we're the
They never
closest
got
to...
through the forest, right?
Fair.
No, because the settlement was at the southern end. We didn't realize there was another one. We couldn't find anything.
No, there was a little one at the north that then got a lot bigger.
Aye.
How long has it taken you guys to get here?
3 months?
No, how long?
7.5.
7.5 months.
We had a lot of food stocked.
Yeah. Do you want... You know what?
Your name would be a good start.
That I can do. Sorry, just...
Why?
Oh my god! That's...
Also, why do you have so many legs?
What do you mean, why do I have so many legs?
You've got so many legs!
I've got so
So, like,
Oh my god, Hathor, you can't just ask why there's so many legs.
So many legs!
You can't just ask that.
What's the normal number of legs for a centaur?
What's a centaur?
Hathor, so rude.
Oh.
We, on our island, we've never met one of your kind before, but it is a pleasure to meet you.
Hi. How about... Right. Let's do my name and then we'll do your names. Right, yeah. God.
Would you like to come aboard?
No, I'd like you to come off.
All right.
Well, not
That's
all of you, but, like, I feel like you should probably go meet people who know more than me. I'm just a dock master. I'm
Fair.
Carl Ice Dancer.
Hathor Ermik.
Lovely to meet you. And, like, the crowd is starting to disperse a little bit, and then Carl turns around and goes, "Go on, you have work to be doing!" And actually, scatter. I'll spell that for you.
Thank you, because I heard Coral Ice Dancer, and I was like, that sounds like a My Little Pony, but okay.
His name is Coral Ice Dancer.
It's alright, I said Carlos.
No, it's Carl.
She's a centaur as well.
Yeah, Carl, like, sighs a little bit. Right, I feel like you should probably go see people who are more important than me.
Yes, who is in charge?
I don't really know what we'd have to say to them.
I mean, we would
really
have
should have thought this
to
through.
like, where the fuck did you come from, and how is there a whole civilization of people we didn't know about?
Yeah,
I mean, people
it's
not a particularly fantastic civilization, to be fair.
No.
what? We're not doing too bad.
I also think some of our engineers would really like to look at your ship.
And
Well,
I
not
would...
very gentle with it then, because Ezra and Atri have put a lot of work into it.
That's a yes, if you test it, and actually like appears in front of me.
Atri,
I'll kind of like hold that tree as well. It's like, no.
I'll say utopian. Wrong language.
It's like, hold on. If we're nice to them, they might let us take a look at their things, and we've never seen them before. Just calm.
I agree with Hathor. Why does he have so many legs?
Ryan like puts his head in his hands. Okay.
Right, switch back
He
to
then
Cortan.
switch backs to Utopian and goes, "How about we stay here? Me and the crew.
Love Atri.
will stay
Atri's
here,
Hathor's gonna look at Atri and be like,
and I'm gonna make sure Atri doesn't kill anyone.
Aye.
You go talk to. Look, you're better at this than we are. We're sky pirates. You at least have some sway. Go find out who's in charge. Find out what.
What are we even asking them?
Where to go from here?
hello,
Hi. I don't know.
can we have a room?
Ezra, do you
Yeah,
remember?
maybe so much rest. Great, some new
Yes.
supplies would be fantastic.
And then
I mean,
Ezra,
you should...
remember the name of your Mug
I was
Village. I think that might be a good place to start.
I was going to say, I just remembered that Machina is the islands that she was from, a town called Genoris.
Are you asking this of Carvel?
Huh?
Are you speaking in Utopian or Cortan? Because
Uh,
Cortan had spoke about Utopia.
I'll go in. I'll speak in Cortan when I mention. Oh no, I'll speak Utopian because saying Machina would probably. But no, so I was talking about it anyway.
No, because you have different. Well, no, you'd have the root word. So yeah, you'd be right.
I'd be like, well, if he said that, if they said that this island is Machina, maybe we could try and like turn to Ice Dancer real quick. Excuse me.
Yes. Hi.
Yes. Hello there.
Hello.
I'm Ezra. Pleasure to meet you.
Hi, Ezra. Lovely to meet you.
Hi. Listen, I had no Genoris, I think it's called Generis on the island of Cloyphilum.
Okay, Cloyphilum, not here. I know where it is. Never been. Long way away.
Okay.
I don't know the villages well enough to be able to tell you where that is, but
that's fine.
It's certainly part of the island cluster.
Okay, perfect. Can you point a direction at least?
Or suppose. Sorry.
Hang on.
You suppose.
Hang on, Cacula. Tongues.
Oh wow.
Hey.
Sorry, just language fun. Go on.
You don't suppose that the people who are kind of more in charge would know a little bit more? Maybe have a map that they could give us.
Yeah.
Right, that would be wonderful.
I'll take you to the Everson.
Yes, and I'm very ever so sorry. I don't mean to be dismissive or anything, but of your.
Okay.
No, it's a very good idea.
Walking out of the woods, you recognise that, right? Everybody here thought there was nothing on the island of Utopia.
Aye.
Everybody, everywhere. We're a little island out here. Ven's not very big, Morga's not very big, but when I mean everyone, I mean everyone. I mean the Empire of Light. I mean the Devils in Vagras. I mean the Shareshi villages. Everybody thought there was nothing there.
Well, that's a lot of new people.
And a lot of new places.
Hi.
There are 5 continents in this world.
Woohoo! So many.
Yeah?
I can only see your chin.
Oh, sorry. I'm very excitable.
Hello.
There are 5 continents, and every continent has a country, and well, there are more countries than continents, and there are kingdoms, and you don't even know.
Oh.
We'll start with the local ones.
Yes, I'll take you to let's go see the court.
And maybe
Okay.
some fresh bread. Do you have bread?
We do have bread.
Oh, thank goodness.
Question before we carry on.
Yeah, Ezra. I like that name. Go on.
Oh, thank you. My last name's Barakova. Hey, are there any local customs that we should not do that would cause offence?
Yes.
Should
avoid.
Don't swear at people.
No, that's a utopian thing as well.
Okay.
That's kept.
A gesture or like a eye contact thing.
No,
or...
I mean don't stare at people because then they'll think you're weird. But
again,
that's also
Isn't the connectivity of people interesting?
Yeah. Can I have everybody else's name? What about you, blue one?
Oh, I'm Cacula. Cacula Etis Scops. Lovely to meet
you. And you? With the white hair.
Oh, yes. Kitto Wakenshaw. Hi.
You get very excited handshake. Carol just looks honestly very excited to meet new people.
He's
They're just like
isn't he?
a little. I mean, they became the dockmaster. He became the dockmaster because he liked meeting new people, and you're just like the newest people in the world.
They're a people nerd.
He is a people nerd. Okay, great. How about okay. He turns back to Frostline and goes, "Do you want some?" And Frostline's like, "If you would have like some supplies, that would be great. Some of our ship got damaged. I'll send." Yeah. And Carol steps back and turns around and yells, in Sylvan, which you understand. And he calls a few dark hands. And a couple more satyrs come out. Again, you've never seen satyrs before. And you're like, oh my god, these people have goat legs. And they come trotting out.
Cacula will shoot a stern look at Hathor and say in Utopian, be quiet. They're trying to form good bonds here.
No, because when you speak, you are understood by everybody, no matter what language you're speaking in.
Right.
Yes, you are. You have tongue translation.
Well, that's not particularly incriminating, so I
No, it's
suppose
not.
remains.
Carol laughs. Like, Carol finds that quite amusing.
Are there more?
People?
Okay, so you've clearly got dragonborns and tieflings
Yeah.
and half-elves and humans, and do you have gnomes?
Yeah.
Do you have halflings?
Yeah.
Do you have...
Eladrin?
Yes, one of the council members is in Eladrin.
Do you have dwarves?
Not here, but there are in other islands of Machina.
Ooh, okay, that's interesting.
They're just not native
Hi.
here, and not many of them stay.
Native to places?
Yeah, people come from places. You know, people come from places. People come from places.
I feel like we knew that people came from...
No, but the chain...
Oh yeah, but the Changebringer sometimes gets mixed up, right? So the Changebringer creates all races. We know this.
Uh-huh.
But sometimes the Changebringer is like, I'm gonna create races here, and then she can't see great because gods, and she ends up putting them somewhere else.
Right.
There are places where there are more of certain races because they originally are from that place.
Okay.
And there just were more of them originally.
I
Okay.
wonder who's originally from Utopia, then.
Oh god. You'd have to ask an actual historian for that. There's some historians who know a lot about the Lorians, who'd probably be able to give you the answer to that question.
Oh, that would be interesting.
Or maybe some of the
Hi.
other... To be honest, if you get talking, you could get high enough up to talk to the Luminous Heirs, they'd know.
Do you have constructs?
Like your metal friends? No.
Oh.
They're not... There are some in Zenia. They're known as Warforged. Zenia,
Right.
they are built of they were built during a pretty bad war that happened out there a little while ago.
Oh.
I'm a history nerd. But there was a pretty bad war out there a couple of hundred years ago, and they were built during that period. But there aren't many other places that have them. Some places have arcane constructs, but they don't tend to be like... He like points to Scroll, who like waves awkwardly.
Scroll.
I do speak better languages than you think. Oh, great. Although, I do know from a little bit of history reading that the Lorians had. Scroll.
We're aware.
Yes, I can see that.
Do you have Kenku? And we'll continue.
The answer is yes. The only thing you get a not here answer for, there are certain races that Utopia isn't common for. Minotaurs, Goliaths, anything that is found in a more cold climate, you will not really find it then. Because this is like right on the edge of the...
Is it hot?
It's warm. Like, you're like, it's January. It should be fucking freezing.
Yeah,
It's
we're all
maybe
like
10
woolly
degrees.
jumpers and stuff.
Yeah, it should be like really cold. You guys are expecting like -20. It's like 10 degrees.
Hathor's like ditching his coat.
Yeah, it's
Cacula
way
is as
warmer than
well.
you expect. And he's like, you guys are... I mean, you're not over... Like, this is cold.
Not for us. We'd certainly have at least that much snow by now.
You get snow.
Even in the city, yeah.
Hi.
We only get snow on the peaks. And, like, not even every year.
We get a lot of snow.
What do you do at Winter's Crest if you don't have snow?
It's still winter.
Yep, fair.
Do you like go to the beach?
There is a beach. Like, literally, you guys are stood on the beach, basically.
Go talk to some people.
Okay.
Hathor will ask him what the currency is like.
I
The
mean,
layouts of all-
currency's not very different, yeah.
Where would you go to get maps? You grill this guy.
Admittedly,
Yep.
Carol is very excited to answer all of your questions.
I imagine it's kind of peppered in with a your accent is so weird. I love it.
You
Or
are
like he'll occasionally just repeat a word that we've said, like
Honey, I just met some fucking weirdos today and I loved it.
very excited about you all. But he does take you into the settlement of Morgift, which is not very big. It's maybe it's definitely bigger than Tula, but it's not huge. And you're taken, and Hathor, you suddenly realize your benefit. The rest of you, when you see Cortan or their version of Common on signs, you're like, I can't read this shit because their alphabet is different. And Hathor, you're like, I can read this because I was taught it academically, and the rest of you were taught by native speakers. So you are like, oh, I can speak this language, but I can't read it. You can gain the ability to read it over this period. I'm not going to make you make more checks for it, but it is suddenly a hit of, oh, that's how it looks like when it's written down? That's really weird. Whereas Hathor, you're like, of course that's what it looks like when it's written down, because you learnt it from the texts, from the original.
Learnt to read it before speaking.
it. So, and there are so many different shops, and suddenly it feels a little bit more like home because there are lots of normal shops. Like, you're like, oh my god, what if the shops are different? But no, there are bakeries and map makers and ocean shops and places that feel normal to you. There are definitely people who are not normal. Like, there is a significant centaur population. You meet a couple of sylphs. You've never met sylphs before. And you're like, oh my god, those people aren't walking, they're levitating. And also they look like the wind. That's fucking amazing. Sylphs are Sylphs are different from air genasi. Sylphs are a form of fae, and air genasi are a form of elemental. So sylphs, and you're just like, oh my god, that's weird. But mostly there are people you're aware of. You get a couple of odd looks because of your attire, but you're not stared at in the way you were stared at the docks.
I want to know what their fashion culture is based on so bad. I'm going to grill you about this later.
Talking 1910s.
Yeah, we're talking British and
19.
European.
Oh, okay, so it's not that unfamiliar.
No, you're a bit.
We're getting into pigeon breast.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Cacula's like, I don't like that.
yeah. We're talking. So you guys would be Scandinavian 1800s, or like they're a bit later. They're looking at 1910s, 1920s.
1890s, yeah. I think we established 1890s to like 1905.
Yeah, and you're looking. These guys are looking more 1910s to 1920s. The one thing you do realize is there are electricity.
We're in Edwardian period, baby.
Yep, we've hit Edwardian. But there is.
I'm gonna get Cacula a giant hat.
There is electricity.
Yeah.
As you walk down, you realize that there are lights in houses, but they're not magical because the lighting is wrong. I don't know what arcane light looks like. Wait, how? Those are not candles. And they're also not arcane lights, and they're in like every house.
What? I don't know if you're any like arcanely way inclined. But
Not me.
What kind of
What?
flames have you got going on in these houses?
Aye.
None of these houses have arcane lighting. They're all electric.
What's electric?
Aye.
You've not discovered electricity. Oh my god! Oh god, that's brilliant! Oh, I'm gonna have to take you to someone who knows more about this.
Oh, yes, please.
Can we go to the council first?
Yes, but we have power. We have power. We have dilated power to the point that it can create light and heat.
Just watched on the screen as human.
I'm trying to do Carl. Look, I'm trying to do Carl.
He's enthusiastic.
Our wizard friends and stuff have power as well. I mean, this one can set themselves on fire.
No. That's magic. We have managed to create an ability to take raw energy and make light and heat in a way that isn't magical. I'll get a person to explain it to you. I'm gonna get some bread. And he takes you to a baker's, and you eat for the first time white bread, because you would have often eaten rye and sourdough bread because because that's the kind of wheat that grows in cold climates.
Barley.
Barley! And you have white bread for the first time.
So gluey. You said you had bread.
This is bread!
No, it's not. This is bread.
Was this made with that electricity thing you were talking about?
I mean, technically yes, but no, not really.
Not sure I want to learn electricity
The
now.
oven heated with that, but the ovens.
Mhm.
I mean, usually we still use fire. It's better. Easier to use.
I liked the seeds.
There is seeded bread too. Is Kitto just watching this whole clusterfuck like,
Yeah. Kitto's like, why is no one else finding this super overwhelming? I'm gonna sit here.
yeah. And Carl finally leads you into the center of town, into what appears to be a large building, and kind of like opens the doors into this large foyer room. And there's a drow sat at a table who's like, looks up. I stand, sir? Right, okay. You're not gonna believe me. I need to see the council like right now. And he's like, they're in a meeting. Like, you can't just walk into the council and expect to see the other summer court. Okay, I recognize that that's not how this works. I recognize there is a democratic process. Also, these people are from Utopia. The drought stops. I'm gonna go talk to Often. He like stands up, walks into this big set of double doors behind him, opens it, and then comes back out immediately. The court will see you now. I'm gonna and
Hello.
and you
Big
are
summer floor.
Yoo-hoo!
Yoo-hoo!
Yo-ho!
And there's a second where you're stood in this room and Carl kind of looks at you and is like, go those doors.
Okay.
Alright,
Can
I'm
you-
gonna kind of glance back at Kitto like,
It's fine. They're only out of the court. It's nobody important. I mean, they're a bit important. It's fine. They're elected officials.
Right.
Don't think too hard about it.
alright.
You don't have elected officials?
Nope.
I told
Keep
you
going.
the society wasn't very good.
Oh dear.
Thank you for your help.
Why would we elect them?
They're gonna be shit anyway.
You enter
Ooh.
a large room.
He's like, oh, they got problems.
Yeah, you enter through these doors over here. You enter into a large room with a significant round table, and some of the table are you're at full hit points, guys. You took
Oh,
a long, several days after the fight. It's like several
I'm
weeks. You're
sat on
fine.
Damocles.
You enter, and there are like 8 people sat circularly around the table. At the head of the table is another centaur, and sat next to them is a sylph, and on the other side a green dragonborn, and then a moon elf similar to Karnath. Across from them a satyr, a half elf, sits across from them, and as you walk, and you see a human man sat at the front of the table, and you've travelled with a moon elf for a really long time, Karnath's a moon elf.
Yeah.
Do you need a minute?
Yes.
Water.
He changed his hit points to 1 and then 900, and he thinks it's really funny.
Put your hit points back to 64, you idiot.
No.
Are you okay?
I'm a bit tired.
Okay. Thank you. And sat next to the human individual is an Eladrin in what appears to be winter with long tumbling hair, and the centaur kind of stands and goes, welcome to the Eversummer Court. I'd like to hear your story. as to who you are and where you're from. And I guess if you have requests of us, we can see about granting them. I suppose if what you say is true, welcome to Morgift, the island of Ven in Machina, and welcome to the rest of the world. And we will leave the session there.
Woo!
And you guys can meet the council